I say he snorts up the baby cockroaches.
Yeah, snorting cockroaches would be good.
Oh.
Here we go.
The sounds of Steve. All I can say is this is why Steve is not here today.
Builds to a crescendo.
Sure.
What is that? What was that?
What are you talking about?
Did you see that? What happened?
What?
There's a bunny rabbit. Where's there a bunny rabbit? Where are you going?
I gotta get out of here.
Come on, Bobby. Bobby.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Hey! Hey! Come on! Oh no!
And good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi.
That's Drew Boogie live in studio today. Nice! Love the Drew Boogie remixes. Hey! Phone
I
number.
like that scratching thing the kids are doing these days.
Can't get my seat down.
Oh no.
Jimmy's going to have a fine view of my you-know-what today. Can't get the seat. There we go. All right.
You're,
I got to hide that goodness from Jimmy.
What are you wearing, a skirt? Oh, look right up there.
Hey, are the Olympics over officially, or are they starting?
Yeah, no idea.
Huh?
Oh, 2 hours. They're starting. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but it's way over there. So, are the Olympics done, and then we'll slowly but surely get the info coming our way in the coming days and weeks?
Isn't there a ridiculous time difference or day difference or something where, like, the opening ceremony start in 2 hours? What time is it over there? It's got to be, what, if it's 8 o'clock here, it's got to be 9, 10 o'clock over there.
I would say that's about right. Are they going to make us wait till tonight, or can you watch it live?
I think live.
That old gag. The Olympics, you know, back in the day when there was 2, 3 TV stations, and the Olympics were happening in a faraway land.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they would make you wait to nighttime because they want the big audience.
Uh-huh.
I understand that. But now with the internet and everything, with technology, it's ridiculous that they make you wait until tonight to see the opening ceremonies. Where can you see them live?
I don't think there's a live option on everything. NBC is mixing it up back and forth. They'll probably put clips in the Today Show of some of the opening ceremonies, but they got a big production. They're 12 hours ahead of us based on
12 hours ahead.
the web clock.
So it's Sunday?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Or the
6,
start of a
7,
new
8.
week?
So it's 8 o'clock at night?
Show your work. It's it's 6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock, yeah.
I mean, but it's going to be 8 o'clock at night when they start the opening ceremonies.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then that would be 8 in the morning their time.
our time.
No, our time.
No, but by the time they show them over here, China's already in the next morning.
Yes.
But if it's our time,
Stupid China. They got to fix their air.
yeah.
What were they saying about their air?
This is pretty bad. And they're trying to say, no, there's no problem, everything's cool. But all the athletes that are going over there, and they spoke with a few American guests that are over there to look at the Olympics, to watch, that the air is horrific over there. You can look up and you don't ever see a blue sky when you're in Beijing. You don't ever see it. It's just this whitish haze that's it's there all the time. And
It looks like it's going to rain
breathing
at
in-
any moment.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to drizzle.
Yeah.
And you're just breathing in this horrible carbon monoxide and just awful air. We get crap constantly in this country for being the filthy, dirty Americans that we are, ruining the environment. Meanwhile, they're just a disaster over there.
Yeah, they're pumping out stuff for us to enjoy, though.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff?
Yeah, they make all the stuff that
All the lead
we Americans
toys.
love. Yeah.
Lead toys for the kids. Rubber doggy duty. I love their rubber dog duty. No one makes it better than China, by the way.
No.
I've seen some from other countries. Doesn't compare.
It falls apart. And
Yeah.
Doesn't hold up.
Yeah, the fake spilt beer. It looks so authentic from China. They're really making some great products over there. Great exports.
I'm a big fan of the puke splat.
Yeah, see? And you'll only get the best from China.
Yeah.
Proper chunks.
But Anthony,
Good meat content.
They say their air is within standards.
What standards?
Within standards.
Within their standards?
Just within standards. So they could tell the whole world, no, we got our air quality within standards.
The people making the standards are the same people that took 4 protesters that were protesting the treatment of Tibet by China and took them away. And that was the last I heard of them. I'm sure they're having their own Olympics right now. The pain competition. How much pain can you take? Ooh, we have a gold medal winner.
Oh, here we go. Yes.
Dun, dun. Yes, every 4 years. Well, actually 2, I guess we get to hear this. And then I get confused sometimes depending on where it is. Is it the summer or the Winter Olympics? I don't know.
You're kidding, right?
Of course it's the summer.
All right.
But sometimes, like, what if they have the Summer Olympics in Australia and it's winter down there?
Well, they would never do that.
Never, you say?
I don't know. Wait, didn't Sydney do the Olympics?
Yes,
which one
Sydney
did they do?
hosted. What did they do?
Anthony brings up a good point.
Was it the Summer or Winter Olympics?
They were the summer.
But it's winter down there.
So we had the Summer Olympics in the winter
But
that time around?
Australia's a big country. It's like doing something in Miami here in the winter.
Oh, in the winter.
Yeah,
Oh.
I believe.
Okay. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough, stunt brain.
I think winter, the Winter Olympics, way more exciting than the Summer Olympics.
Yeah, but Summer Olympics, more sexy.
Oh, yeah.
More sexy.
Oh,
I like watching gymnastics. Call me a pervert.
Do you really?
Go ahead, please.
They're little.
Could you call me?
They're little like fire hydrants.
No. That stupid, what's her face there?
Mary Lou Retton.
Mary Lou Rotten. She was a fire hydrant. She looked awful.
Most of them
But there's
are.
the little cutie ones that kind of do the little routine, and then they're like, ee.
Their legs are way too big. They're squatty.
Some of them are all right.
There's not one of them that's over 4'10".
They look taller on TV.
Yeah, they do.
I'm not going to see them in real life.
You got to go with the volleyball, my friend. Beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball's good. No, I'll give you that.
You got to go beach volleyball over gymnastics.
You don't like watching them do the uneven bars? A lot of camel toe.
They're too squatty.
No,
And whatever-
not all of them.
And whatever they feed these broads, they don't have boobs.
Well, no, they got to definitely cut down on the boobage because it ruins their act. They got to be very slender.
I would love to know how many athletes had their careers ruined because their boobies got too big.
Yeah. There have been, though. They've come out. You ever see some of those girls? They were really good at like 14 years old, and then they try to get it like next Olympics, and they're 18.
Yeah.
And they're just women.
And now they got
with giant breasts.
now they got to drag their D cups around.
Yeah.
Just getting in the way of everything.
They're just using no hands on the uneven bars, just the bottom of their breasts, holding on. They do have nice little heinies, though.
Well, look at that
They're
one.
all very, very muscular.
There's going to be no complaint there. The girl is touching
See?
her toes. Yeah, that's a nice position right there.
It's just they're cool to watch.
a girl on her tippy toes and on her fingertips at the same time.
Yeah.
And the old Olympic uniform is kind of hiking up a bit.
See,
All right.
I'll watch that. I agree with you though. A majority of them are just messes.
Squatty.
But occasionally you get a good one out there.
Know who I thought was really hot back in the day?
Oh,
Olga Korbut.
Olga Korbut. Didn't we always used to love our Soviet gymnasts? Olga Korbut, and then the other one,
Nadia.
Nadia Comaneci.
Nadia Comaneci.
Nadia Comaneci.
Yeah.
And now they're just these big, fat Russian mamas with moles all over them. And
Give me a picture of Olga Korbut.
where's old and new?
She looked old when she was young. I hope people
loved her, though.
understand that I was just joking, because Olga Korbut could be the ugliest athlete ever.
Even America loved her.
Look at that thing.
That's
That's
now,
Olga
right?
Corbett.
What year was she competing?
Oh, she was like back in the early 70s.
1972, I would have to say.
72.
I'm going to go with the big 1972, sure. It was? Yes. Nice. All right, there's our Olympic coverage.
Olympic coverage.
Yeah.
Live from China.
Live from China.
Starting at 8 o'clock.
Well, we're live from China today.
Yes. Broadcasting live from the Olympics.
Yep, Jimmy's got his air mask on because he doesn't want to get any dust in his lungs.
What was it, the
Any
bicycling
pollution?
team? That had to apologize?
Why do they have to apologize?
Well, they arrived in China wearing those masks.
Yeah.
They didn't want to breathe in the awful, horrible air, and they said it looked bad and wasn't very nice, and they had to apologize.
Chinese people on planes here always wear
They're
those things.
constantly wearing those stupid SARS masks and
Always.
stuff.
Wait, but the locals wear the masks.
I know.
But we're not allowed to.
No.
Why?
I don't know. It was insulting, they said. And then, speaking of insulting, George Bush gave a little speech and insulted China, and they're very mad.
How do you insult them?
Well, he said that, he starts bringing in, I love when these guys, Jimmy Carter used to do this all the time, too. They start preaching human rights. Their whole country, their whole government, and everything is based on the fact that their people do not have rights. Their system would crumble if their people were given rights. And George Bush said that if the people of China would have their basic human rights, China would be able to excel to their full potential. And China told George Bush to shut the F up, pretty much.
That's a country. I told you a long time ago, the Chinese are coming. Slowly but surely.
They're one of the few countries left that can really keep a steel fist right down on their people, you know? Mm-hmm. They keep them from getting information. They edit the internet, which is very difficult to do. They protesters, poof, you're gone. Gone, beaten with truncheons.
Yeah, I've been reading about that. How do you edit the internet for a whole country?
I don't know how they do. They're brilliant.
Because you got stuff coming in from other countries.
Yeah.
That's how you get some of that gambling done online and things like that.
You think you're going to real sites, but you're going to like Google. It's just...
You got to go to guys' houses. I heard they have government agents that will go to your house.
Yeah,
and then,
Jimmy.
And then watch you. And then whenever you click on the wrong page, they will delete that. Delete that.
Yes.
That's all they do.
No, not that page.
No. They have a person at everyone's computer.
And you have to say, okay, or else you're beaten.
Or why?
They do have enough people where they could have one person following you around the
One person for every person.
Yes.
That's what they
They
have.
just split their country in half. Okay,
Yes.
You're going to be the followers of these people over
You
here,
have to listen to these guys.
and that'll keep everyone in line.
No logging on to that. They have, just think, a country that knows not the joy
Sure.
of 2 girls, 1 cup.
I'm sure they got their own version. All right, so we're your exclusive Olympic radio station.
Yeah.
We're broadcasting live from China,
Yes, we're in Beijing.
and we'll be talking about the Olympics all day today. Mm-hmm. All right? Really fast, last night I went to see the, quote, final police show at Madison Square Garden here in New York City.
Madison Square Garden.
A little-known fact about me, I was a huge police fan growing up.
Yeah.
Were you into the police growing up, Ben?
No. I liked 1 or 2 songs, but for the most part, especially the police's early stuff, all right, we get it. You don't have to say the line 8,000 times.
Yo, yo, yo.
I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing. I can't stand. All right. You can't stand losing her.
I kind of like the older stuff
Do you?
than the Ghost in the Machine type stuff. Yeah, I kind of like more of the reggae beat the police used to do back in the day.
Repetitive, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was meant for, like, just smoke a little,
Was it? I thought it was kind of an like new wave.
They got caught up in being new wave / punk / reggae.
Yeah.
They didn't really know what they were.
Yeah.
And then they became a pop band. Why am I trashing
Yeah,
them?
that's what
I grew up listening to these guys.
Oh, I know.
I actually loved them.
You're a big fan.
And then they break up in 84, 85. And I was telling my girl last night at the Garden, I was saying, this is really weird because when I was growing up, it was U2 and the Police for me. After I discovered Zeppelin and whatever, and I'm telling her, I'm like, U2 still doing it. The Police haven't had a new album out in 20 some odd years, 24 years, something like that. And U2's working on another new album, and they will be touring the world with that new album, and their arenas will be filled with young people. And the Police just stopped creating back in '84, and these two bands were relatively equal when they both came out, and they were competing against each other for the most part. For big audiences. They opened up with Jimmy, "Sunshine of Your Love" by Cream.
Odd song to open with.
Well, it was their last show ever, supposedly. I don't believe that. I think they'll take a year or two off, and then they might do another one. Kind of do the Kiss thing, just come out of retirement every few years. And they came out and just jammed "Sunshine of Your Love." They were having a really good time. And then they had the Police. What are they called? The drum what? Ant? The drum line.
The NYPD drum corps.
Drum and something.
Yeah, the marching band from the NYPD was there, weren't they?
Yeah, they lined up on stage and they helped the Police with "Message in a Bottle," which was awesome. But I was sitting in the Garden with a bunch of nerds.
Nerds?
Yeah, because their last show was for public TV, and there was a fine couple right behind me sleeping through the entire B-52 set, and we're the only two people not standing for the entire Police show last night at Madison Square Garden. And I'm sitting there thinking, these people were just calling a phone number on public TV to get tickets.
Yeah.
Donation, you get a ticket to this big show last night. So there are a lot of nerds. A lot of people with IQs way higher than mine.
Nerds.
Way higher.
How were the B-52s?
Well, I was telling Anthony, how clueless was I growing up that I had no idea that this Fred Schneider, the lead singer of the B-52s, was gay. How naive was I growing up on Long Island that I had no effing clue that this guy was gay?
The most naive person ever. Because, wow.
Yeah.
That could be the gayest individual ever.
They were great, by the way. But the B-52s, every time he talked, I was just amazed at how gay his voice was. Can you say that on the radio, Phil? I had no idea what he was saying because I'm like, how could you? I don't think you could sound gayer.
Monster Mash.
You know this song, right, Jimmy? All right. And his two female companions there, one was in a corset trying to hold all her fatness in. And the B-52s, they like to kind of dance and do their thing.
Yeah.
What's her name? Kate Pearson. Kate Pearson was in a corset holding her fatness in, and she couldn't really, bend.
Which one was she, the blonde or the redhead?
The redhead with the big beehive thing, but she doesn't do the big beehive
she doesn't
thing
do the beehive anymore.
She gives you a little beehive in the back, just a little bit to say, yeah, I know, I used to do the beehive thing.
Tribute to the beehive.
And then the blonde, who looked like she was wearing a wig and looked like she was on some pretty serious stuff last night. Cindy what?
Cindy Wilson.
Cindy Wilson. She decided it was a good idea not to have a bra. Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Huh? But it was an amazing show last night.
What are some other songs they do? I only know that one.
B-52s? Yeah. You got the Love Shack. Oh yeah, this was a huge hit.
You don't like these, Jimmy? No?
It's not terrible.
It's feel-good music, Jimmy.
Right.
It's just playing, and you're just like, it's la-la music. You know Love Shack, right?
Love Shack, baby!
Stinks.
I can't hear you.
At the side of the road that says 15 miles to the left.
Is this that big closing number?
Huh?
Did everybody get really clap along?
Oh, yeah, the nerds were dancing last night. We were making fun of all the nerds.
Nerds?
Just dancing. Bunch of moms just trying to relive their youth last night at the Garden.
Their youth.
So.
Awful song this is. The Police couldn't have brought a better band than this.
Well, it goes with the era,
Kind
man.
of popular with the people. I bet it fit, right?
It was fine.
Yeah.
I saw the Police back in the day with Black Uhuru, this reggae band that hates Whitey.
Oh, really?
Oh, boy, did they hate Whitey back in the day.
Isn't that just a reggae band?
Oh, yeah, major reggae band.
You could have just said, reggae band.
Yeah, I know. It was at the Syracuse Dome or whatever, and there had to be 40 or 50 members on stage of this band before the police.
Sure.
Just doing their reggae thing. So I want to know what other songs they played last night, because I was responsible, and I got out of there kind of early.
The set list isn't up yet.
All right, well...
Oh, you did? You got out? You didn't stay for their encore?
I would
I'm sure
love
the
to,
encore was something very popular.
I would have loved to. It was the last show.
Roxanne.
It was the last show ever, but I felt like I needed to get a little sleep.
It's our last show.
For the
It's okay.
radio show.
Yeah,
I bet Roxanne was their...
Roxanne?
Was
I
the-
think they did Purple Haze, I heard.
Hey, how about some Police songs? I think you had
They
a few
did.
hits.
They did. They did all their hits.
Did they?
And then they left the stage with, it was kind of hacky. I wasn't there, obviously, but Looney Tunes, a little, that's all, folks. Because, that's all for the police.
Yeah.
What was the last song you heard?
I don't even remember.
Every little
now.
thing she does is magic, wrapped around your finger.
I was there for that.
Da do 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 da da da.
I did the do with the band, yes.
Invisible Sun.
Invisible Sun, which is a great police song.
Can't Stand Losing You.
I was there for the whole can't, like Anthony said.
Roxanne, King of Pain.
Oh, I miss King of Pain.
The first encore from the PNC set was Roxanne, King of Pain, So Lonely, and Every Breath, and then they did Next to You.
Nice.
So that was the PNC, but we'll see if it's different.
All right. We're just getting started. We got Drew Boogie in the house today. You want to do a little scratching into break there, Drew? It's Opie and Anthony. Listen to Drew Boogie for a minute here.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Really? It's ridiculous.
Let me see your war face. You got a war face. You got a war face. That's a war face. That's a war face. That's a war face. War face. That's a war face.
Right on. Drew Boogie helping us out today. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. I just saw something really disgusting on TV.
What's that?
It bugs me. But it's something we've talked about, and I guess it is happening in front of our eyes. They just had a commercial for Boston playing August 12th, I think at Jones Beach here in the New York City area.
Really? The band Boston.
I'm like, how are they getting that done without Brad Delp? The great Brad Delp.
Yeah, he would be
really-
unavailable to sing with Boston, being that he's dead.
And he was the lead singer of Boston.
With quite a unique voice.
I know Mr. Schultz was like the genius behind the band, but Brad Delp was the vocalist.
Yeah, and he had a very high voice. He had a very good range. Very hard to replace.
How the F do you go on tour without Brad Delp and call yourself Boston?
He's actually playing. He had to fulfill the contractual obligation.
Like, listen how high that voice is. Very hard to do that. You don't see many people doing Boston on karaoke.
No. It's a tough note to hit, right, Ant?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Brad Delp, it's been a while now, but he kind of rolled a barbecue into his bedroom.
Yep. Lit it up.
He was such a nice guy. He had signs all over the house warning people not to go into the bedroom because he didn't want others to die along with him.
Oh, he committed suicide?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, did he, Jimmy.
Lit a barbecue grill in his room, shut the doors and windows and stuff, and just laid there until, the carbon monoxide
I didn't realize
Got
he
to
killed
him.
himself. Why?
I didn't think you could kill yourself with a barbecue.
Well,
I thought you could
can.
do that just to get a nice summery smell into
your house?
Into your house.
A lot of people do that during the winter when they bring the little hibachis in and don't realize, oops. First of all, it gives off carbon monoxide. Secondly, you're burning up the oxygen in the room.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Why did he kill himself? Does anybody know?
He was depressed.
Was it over the band?
I don't really remember anymore. I know he was depressed. He was such a nice guy. We were lucky enough to meet him back in the day when we were doing radio in Boston. Really, really, really nice, down-to-earth guy. What?
How long does that take to work if you put a hibachi on? What is it?
Well, it probably would take a few.
Take a while, but yeah, hell, if you're asleep.
Yeah, if you're tired, you know.
Depend on the size of the room, I would gather. Yes, sir.
If you're tired, I mean, it's got to be very difficult to fall asleep knowing that if you do.
That's it.
Amazing. Someone's be that good of a sleeper.
Yeah, it's a good sleeper, all right.
Well, at least he died doing what he loved, barbecuing. So,
Is that it?
yeah.
Big barbecuer, was he?
I love when they say that. Well, at least he died doing what he loved. Someone is saying the singer from Stryper is now the lead singer of Boston.
Oh, yeah?
Why doesn't he do the Stryper thing in Boston? Just go do something else. That's awful.
They want money. Boston?
But people will go and see them.
Boston?
Yeah.
With who, though? They had to get a singer. I guess they
I just
got him.
told you. The lead singer of Stryper is now the lead singer of Boston.
Wasn't that religious band?
I think the guy from Boston was depressed because they put out one album every 18 years.
Yeah, because of Schultz.
That was always a big pain in the ass. When's the next Boston album coming out?
He was legendary for being just a perfectionist to the point where people didn't like him.
Who was that?
Schultz.
Who was Schultz?
He was the mastermind behind Boston.
Oh, I thought he was the bumbling sergeant at Stalag 13.
He was like a mad scientist. He created the whole Boston sound in his basement, basically.
Was he the
And Brad
songwriter?
Delp had to just kind of sit around waiting, and finally he goes, "Here you go, Brad. This is what we need from you."
Those were the times he honed his barbecuing skills.
Yeah.
I do believe.
But that's just disgusting. But we've said it. I think these bands are going to just become companies, entities, and they're just going to continue on after every single original member is dead, and no one's going to know the difference. And Gene Simmons was sort of talking about that very thing last time he was on our show, that he wants to franchise the band and have a bunch of different Kiss bands that just tour the world, and he sits back and just collects the money.
Yeah.
It's going to happen with these guys.
So how many albums did Boston have? I'm obsessed now.
2.
It was only 2?
No,
Actually 3, and then
3.
And then they probably had a greatest hits and a live album and all that crap.
Was
But
there
3,
any-
actually, I think they had 4. I think they did attempt a 4th studio album that no one paid attention to. Hence the death of Brad Delp, I think.
What was their big? They had More Than a Feeling. Those songs. Did they have anything off the second or third album that anybody knows?
Oh yeah, the first album was beyond amazing. The second album was almost amazing. The third album was mediocre. The fourth album, no one bought. That's the summary of the band Boston right there.
The end. Light the charcoals.
Boston was one of those rare bands that every song on their debut album was just awesome. You didn't skip one song off that first album.
What else was? It was More Than a Feeling.
Don't Look Back. Foreplay Long Time. Hitch a Ride.
I don't know any of those songs.
Oh my God! Pick up the first Boston album, Jimmy. I think you would like it.
I had it when I was a boy. I used to think I was an artist, and kids would pay me $0.25 to draw things, and I drew the Boston album cover for my friend Kenny.
You did.
Seriously?
Yeah, I thought I was a very good artist.
Can you do it now?
No, because it looked like a retarded spaceship. It was kind of like fire was coming out slightly wrong. It wasn't very good.
Hey, Brett Favre. Why wasn't he playing yesterday?
Come on, suit up.
What happened? Preseason football is upon us, and Brett Favre is on the sidelines in a Jets shirt. Why isn't he in the game? He's now a Jet. Let's go.
Get in there. Put on the pads.
Let's go. Can you imagine that's what the Jets organization did? All right, you're a Jet now. Get out there. But I don't know any of the plays, and
I could get injured.
I haven't thrown a ball in a few months, and I'm a little chubby. I have to hit the gym and do some cardio first. Brett Favre, I'm not really buying into the hype because it doesn't sound like Brett Favre is buying into the hype. Doesn't sound like he's too thrilled to be a New York Jet.
It really doesn't.
I think everyone else is thrilled. I mean, his jersey is already sold out. There's a lot of excitement. But I think Brett Favre was hoping to either A, be a Green Bay Packer and finish his career there, or B, go to another team.
Yeah. I don't think he really wanted to be a Jet.
Here's the excitement of Brett Favre.
Did I ever think this scenario would present itself? No. Am I excited about the opportunity? Yes, I am. I've had a great career in Green Bay. It goes without saying the things that have happened there this past this.
I hate to interrupt the Brett Favre press conference, but we got some wrong info. The new lead singer of Boston is not the old singer from Stryper.
No?
And a lot of people are very mad at the misinformation we got. And you're not going to believe where they got their new lead singer from. Paycheck, what's up?
Hey, guys, the new lead singer of Boston came from the Home Depot. I guess the guitarist had seen this guy's YouTube video of him singing a Boston song and thought that it was the lead singer. That's how good he sounded. So he flew him up to Boston, and he tried him out, and he hired him on the spot. But it's just some douche that worked at a Home Depot.
How funny is that? YouTube. Next thing you know, you're at the garden.
Well, what's his name? We got to get some audio of the guy.
I want to hear an example of what he sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there is a guy from Stryper who is playing guitar and doing some vocal work, Michael Sweet. So I don't know if he's the lead singer, but they did pick up a Stryper guy.
Well, they like to harmonize a little bit. I mean, Brad Delp, I think his voice was like, I don't know, they dubbed it like, I don't know, a million times in those Boston songs.
Yeah, they did overdubbing.
Overdubbing, sure.
How did he sound live?
Huh?
Did he sound good live?
I never saw Boston live.
Was he terrible?
When we saw him, when he was doing a Beatles cover band thing, he was amazing.
I'm like the boy with a million questions today.
Yeah. All right. Back to Brett Favre at the press conference.
It goes without saying the things that have happened there this off season, the last few days, in my opinion, are over and done with. I wish him well. I'm a little bit out of shape compared to all the other guys, but I'm so excited about this opportunity.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, there's no goodness.
There's Brett Favre.
At 39 years old, you shouldn't ever be a little out of shape if you're thinking about coming back to the NFL.
Yeah, you're not going to snap back like you're in your 20s.
No. And in Green Bay, a lot of the hardcore football fans, they put their Packers flags at half-mast.
Oh, really?
When it was official that Brett Favre was no longer a Packer. Yeah.
Is that the gentleman that is now singing for Boston?
Tommy DiCarlo is the lead singer. His MySpace page got him the gig.
Wow.
He looks like an O&A listener.
Yeah.
I think an O&A listener is the new lead singer of Boston.
Where's he
And
from?
that was not a compliment. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. But I think we saw about 5,000 Tommy DiCarlos this past Saturday at the PNC Bank Arts Center.
Oh, he's got stage presence. Look at him.
He's just fat guy pointing out at the crowd.
He looks like the guy that comes out and tests the microphone before the real guy comes out.
He's doing an announcement and
Right.
pointing to somebody to stop the horseplay.
Tommy DiCarlo. All right, we got to see if he sounds anything like Brad Delp. He sure doesn't look like Brad Delp. He looks like he might have ate the corpse of Brad Delp.
Was Brad Delp slender? I don't even remember what he looks like.
He was at the in the old days.
Probably eating all that healthy barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he grills everything.
Here's more Brett
dies.
Favre.
I'm not a traitor. Never will be.
It's a football game, you
It's
dope.
business.
You were
That's how it
traded.
works. I gave
You're a
gave
traitor.
everything I possibly could give
Tradie.
while I was there, and I hope that the Jets fans see the same thing.
How
Yeah.
about this? You're a guy who throws a ball for a living. No one thinks you're a traitor to other guys who catch it.
It's just that he was there for so long that it's this big thing that he's not there anymore. And he's trying to keep the loyalty of the people of Green Bay, which, it's whatever it is.
We know how this is going to end. It's simple. He's going to have an average to mediocre season for the Jets, then another average to mediocre season with the Jets, and then he's going to officially retire. I think he might get 2 seasons in. And then he's going to make believe he never played for the Jets. He's going to go back to Green Bay as a hero, and they're going to retire his jersey, and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame as a Green Bay Packer.
How funny would it be if he went in as a Jet? Played 6 games.
Right. After going, what, like 8 and 24 in the next 2 seasons?
And then only talks about the Jets and at the Hall of Fame and what the Jets meant to him.
That would be very funny. Let's say hi to Phil in Florida. Phil, how are you, buddy?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
Good.
I was wondering if any of the Drew Boogie material is available. I'd like to do that retarded song as like a ringtone or something.
I heard rumors that Drew Boogie might finally try to get something out there.
You did?
Yeah, I've heard some things.
Oh, okay.
Will you get this stuff out there for the people?
I'm working on it.
You've been working. We've known you for 8 years. You've been working on it.
I just started working on it 2 months ago.
You're not shiftless, but you are lazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
How come you don't...
You could be making money off this.
How come you don't get it together, Drew?
Because I work 9 hours a day. It's a little hard to do it in the off hours. So I can only do it on the weekends, but I am working on it. And some things are holding me back, but I am going to get it out there.
Like what?
Me, you, and Anthony.
Yeah.
Besides the garbage material you're given to work with.
He kind of wants us to maybe record a few things for him.
Yeah, I got to make a phone call for
Yes.
you.
Yeah, see?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But it's going to get out there. Everybody add me on the Great Drew Boogie on MySpace, and you'll get the bulletin when everything's all ready to go.
See,
and he didn't care.
No, he just hung up in the middle of the answer.
Click.
The answer of the question he asked, he decided he couldn't stick around for the answer.
Story of my life.
Drew Boogie, it's DRU. Right. BOOGIE. All right, phone number 877-212-O&A. Are we getting some Tommy DiCarlo?
Yeah, they're pulling it. I did find a clip of Tommy DiCarlo and Mr. Sweet that we'll put on onaradio.com, but they're pulling some clean audio in the back.
That's just sacrilege, though, when a band does that.
To hear it. Yeah, he was like, I mean, who else was there in Boston? Do you remember? Brad Delp, and then the other guys with the afros.
Yeah. No, it was Schultz. He was the genius behind the band.
No, I mean in the band. Though.
Oh, then you had Sid. We met him too. He loved his party.
Oh wait, Schultz wasn't even in the band?
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Well, what did he do?
He basically did everything.
Oh.
Brad Delp was just sang the tunes, but I don't think Brad Delp wrote anything for the most part.
Really?
I don't think so. That's how I have it.
I have no idea. I just know that Brad Delp had a good voice. They overdubbed the hell out of him. He did all the harmonies. So live, who knows? But I can't wait to see this Home Depot kid.
He doesn't look like a kid though.
No.
All right.
Looks like a fat Long Island slob with a mullet.
Wait, which one's him?
I don't know.
There he is to the right.
The long hair or the short hair, Rock?
Short hair guy.
Looks like Doug Benson, the comedian.
Yeah, a little bit. That's a good call, Jimmy. All right, we got a good show today, man. We got Bob Saget calling in to promote the roast that Jimmy flew out to do.
Yes, sir.
We got Shane O'Mac from the WWE stopping by today.
Well, now isn't that to judge Sam's contest?
Yes.
I certainly hope more people sent in entries to Sam's little contest, or it's going to be very embarrassing.
He's got at least 10 or so.
Oh, does he now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, people stepped up. That's good.
Yeah, and also the great Jim Brewer will be on our radio show for the first time in 6 years today.
Triumphant return.
Yeah, he's playing comics this weekend here in New York City. Donna, in New York, what's up?
Hey, I saw Boston last weekend.
And?
Where?
Yeah, and I'm a musician, and I was pretty impressed. I mean, I didn't expect. I kept yelling out, "I miss Brad. Where's Brad?" I kept yelling it out, but it's pretty decent.
Could you tell me what part of Long Island you're from?
No, I'm from Rockland County.
Wait, you were yelling, "Where's Brad?"
Voice. Yeah.
What are you, stupid? He's dead. Why would you yell, "Where's Brad"? Like
He's dead.
I know he's dead. I was being, just
funny.
Irritating.
They should start making rules for rock and roll. I think if your lead singer dies and he was so notably the voice of the band and he passes on, and you decide to get like a lead singer from Home Depot, you should charge karaoke prices. Karaoke prices if you want to tour. Seriously. Because it's a karaoke band now. It's a cover band or cover band.
It's a cover band.
Right.
Cover band prices. What does a Boston cover band get these days? Maybe $5 at the door, $7 at the door.
I videotaped some stuff. I'll send it over to you guys.
All right, Donna. Thank you.
She's yelling, "Where's Brad?" Jesus, you're the fan that everybody hates.
Yeah.
Where's Brad?
People turn around and go, "He's dead, you dummy."
Box.
Yeah.
It's in a box.
He chose to make chicken cutlets next to his bed, and he fell asleep, and that's it.
Brad went out like a London broil.
Hey,
he died doing what he loved dying. He loved dying.
Good old RPI came up with something. Remember we were talking to Buzz Aldrin about a week ago?
Yep.
That great astronaut that walked on the moon? He was second to walk on the moon. We noticed that he was clearing his throat a lot.
Yeah.
And so did RPI, and he came up with this.
Now all the way live from New York City.
Buzz Aldrin, everyone.
Well, I got a chance here. Let me clear my throat. Let me see those hands again. Hang on now. Hey, everybody jump.
Buzz Aldrin.
An American hero.
I got a chance here. Let me clear my throat.
Nice. There you go. RPI. Very good.
That's funny. He did clear his stupid throat a lot, did he?
Oh, it was ridiculous.
It's some moon dust still in there, I guess. Oh,
Yeah.
Pardon?
We want to yell, all right already. Get some water. True Boogie in studio. Take us out for a little bit. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Happy, joy. Joy.
Ladies and gentlemen, put them together for
I hate you, too.
A Spuds Buckley remix.
Yeah. I hate that Spuds Buckley.
Oh, he's trying to make a buck.
Nah, he stinks.
Bring Spuds back.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Buzz ruled.
Wow.
You
That
know,
was good, Drew.
kind of like Boston, though, we did want to, recast the Spuds Buckley character on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah, what happened?
Because the original Spuds Buckley died tragically in I think it was 98, somewhere around there.
Barbecue in the bedroom.
Yeah, and he was a big part of the Opie and Anthony show, and we need to recast the Spuds Buckley character.
Do we?
I think some of the guys were going to give it a try around here, and then we dropped the bit.
Yeah.
And we should have dropped the bit. 877-212-0-A.
By the way, I got a Travis who wrote the sheet. His name is not Tank Cankerous, you dumbbell. It's Tank Hankerous.
Tank Hankerous.
With an H.
Tank Hankerous.
Tank Hankerous is a Greek.
What do you got?
We have a new shirt for Tank.
Yeah, Tank, why don't you put your shirt on?
Now, what are you doing,
for
Tank?
everybody?
You don't have a tank top on.
Yeah, exactly.
What does the shirt say, Tank?
I can't read it.
That's E-Rock. I want to talk to Tank.
The shirt says, "Here comes the S show."
That's great. So fitting.
Yeah, as he puts on his tank top. Instant feedback. Sonny Farrelly from Boston writes, he's really good. Don't knock this guy till you listen to him, and then you can make your decision. Of course, the new lead singer of Boston, now that Brad Delp has passed on, is Tommy DiCarlo, who used to work at a Home Depot. And then
they got another guy in there, though, so they had to get two people to replace Brad Delp.
Well, you got to harmonize.
Yeah, true.
I think when Boston went on tour, Brad Delp actually sang over his own voice.
Yeah, I think they tracked it.
Because they did a little of that dubbing. And then you got John Fox from Brooklyn. He writes, there are 4 karaoke bands out on tour right now this summer. You got Boston without Brad Delp. You got Styx without Dennis DeYoung. You got Foreigner without Lou Gramm. And you got Journey without Steve Perry.
Yeah.
Wow. And people are going to these shows.
Like it's the real band.
These shows are doing really well without the lead singers. That made them famous.
People love nostalgia.
Styx, at least Tommy Shaw sang. Is he still in the band?
Yeah, of course he is.
Because he sang some of the stuff, too. But
he was a great guitarist.
He's there until the damn Yankees get together.
Yeah. And then he goes, screw Styx. Here's a little taste of Tommy DiCarlo as the new lead singer of Boston. Sounds pretty good.
Hey, the guy sounds pretty good. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
You think he's on the new shirts? Like they just have a Boston logo with a guy on a forklift backing up?
Getting lumber for somebody.
Holding a propane tank on the shirt.
Where are the ceiling fans, fatty?
What's that?
That's one of his professional photos.
Oh, it looks good.
Oh, God.
Yuck.
There's a photo of him, and he's got like a little keyboard. Looks like it's floating next to him, and his right hand is in tink-a-link-a-link position.
Tink-a-link-a-link. Yeah, it looks like a glamour shot.
That is awful.
Well, they, got to give it to him.
I'm getting some more info from Stump Brain. Journey's lead singer is a Filipino guy.
Really?
Yeah, named Arnel Pineda, something like that. I heard he sounds just like Steve Perry.
I want to hear some of him.
But you know what? I want to see Steve Perry.
Yeah.
Why isn't Steve Perry going out with them? Or why isn't Dennis DeYoung with, they just hate their old bandmates?
After a while, you just can't stand the people you work with.
Yep.
But what else you doing, though?
Let's say hi to Mike.
What else is he doing?
Mike?
I don't know.
Where's Dennis DeYoung?
Dennis DeYoung. I think Dennis DeYoung, was allergic to light or something. I saw one of those dumb freaking VH1 shows.
Oh, was he really?
And he had a problem with light.
And he was doing Broadway shows. He was doing the music of Broadway as a one-man show in little cabaret theaters around the country.
But look it up.
Gay?
Look it up, though. I think he has some kind of allergic reaction to light, and it prevented him from travel. I don't know.
Well, didn't he want to
He's a freak.
He's a
Allergic
weirdo.
to
He wanted to
light.
do the stage act where you had to, he wanted to do the stage play of Mr. Roboto.
Well, that's genius.
Act it all out, and the guys were like, this stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say hi to Mike, who works at WBCN in Boston. He wants in on this conversation. What's up, Mike?
Not much. How's it going?
Good, bro.
Yeah, Tom Schultz, he was pretty much the mastermind behind Boston.
Yep.
He was the one that came up with that whole falsetto chorus stuff.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Belted, yeah. And so I guess during the years, though, after his creative differences and stuff, and they eventually fell apart. And after Delp died, his wife actually blamed Schultz for some of his depression for causing all that crap.
Why?
I have no idea. I guess they just had a big falling out, and Tom was giving him crap, and just led to one thing to another.
Yeah, they didn't talk to each other at the end of Brad Delp's life.
Nope, that was pretty much it.
Yeah. And
Brad Delp, get over it.
And now you got Home Depot guy, and he's sounding pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't heard him yet, so I have no idea.
Yeah, we just gave him a little listen. Kind of sounds like him.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for the info. Let's say hi to Will, the trucker. Will.
Hey, morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, I was just wanting to find out who replaced Tony DiCarlo at the Home Depot.
Now that's the big question. Who replaced
There's
it?
just some dude at Home Depot. You know what? I replaced Tommy DiCarlo.
That's right.
Who's Tommy DiCarlo? Well, he's the lead singer of Boston.
And
I filled his position here at the Home Depot.
And I'm stacking sheetrock.
Yeah.
How big are the gigs they're doing?
They're
5,000 seats?
I was mistaken. I said Jones Beach. They're playing PNC. We just played PNC, and I'm sure they'll get 10, 12, 14,000 people there easy.
They'll package them together. They'll do 15,000.
Oh, do a couple bands together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, brother.
All right. And I'm getting more info on Lou Gramm. Lou Gramm played a lobster festival up there in Maine.
Ooh.
So his old bandmates are touring as Foreigner, and Lou Gramm is playing Lobster Fest.
Oh, God.
What the hell happened to our youth?
Why does he just go out with the band? What, do they rape each other on the road? How bad can it be?
They do have some hatred, some of these guys, where they could never, ever play with each other again.
The guy falls asleep and he wakes and his bandmate's on his chest. He's got it out. How bad could it be on the road? You're doing a lobster fest in Maine.
Let's say hi to Eric in Indiana. Eric.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I heard Alice in Chains is doing that cover band thing, and you can't replace Lane Staley.
I hear they sound really good, too, but Lane Staley was just a special performer.
Isn't the singer a black guy, too?
He's a black guy that sounds a lot like Lane, but that's another band that could pull it off because you could harmonize. So you don't really need the guy to sound exactly like Lane because you could cover up a lot of stuff with some harmonization.
That's hard, though.
Yeah.
Lane had a very distinct voice.
We were talking to someone recently, and they said the new Alice in Chains stuff is really, really good. There's a song on there that's going to blow everyone away. I forgot who was telling us that, but...
I want to know who replaced Stephen Carr in Foundry. Who they get there?
Here we go. Yeah, the tour.
Yeah. Get out of my way. My way.
The other way. I think Corky, after he left Life Goes On, sang a little bit.
What big queen replaced him?
Charles Nelson, right? Paul Lynn.
Get out of my way, hole.
Let's say hi to somebody in Jersey. Somebody in Jersey, how are you today?
All right, good, guys. How you doing?
Hey, man. They didn't have your name on the screen. I don't know who you are.
It's I saw Alice in Chains last year at the Borgata, and the guy, not only is he a black guy, he's this tall, skinny black guy with a huge afro, looks like Shaft. Doesn't look the part at all, but he was great.
But he was great, huh? I just have a problem seeing these bands after the lead singer either dies or moves on. Except for AC/DC with this Brian Johnson. He filled the shoes quite well and had a lot of huge hits after when he became the singer.
Well, Bon Scott died, but he didn't just do a bunch of Bon Scott covers. He did new material. Like when you replace a lead singer and they do it's a whole new era of the band that's different. These guys are just going out like. Plus, AC/DC was a lot younger then. It was almost like
well, they were more successful with Brian Johnson.
Yeah, they were able to replace him, write new songs, so it was,
and have huge hits.
But when you're just going out like after the band has seen 20 years, and then just the guy is singing, it's like,
they have established songs, and that's the only thing people want to hear.
To do an impression of them.
Yeah,
and
it is an impression. They're not throwing their own twist on it. They're trying to sound exactly like the singer did.
That's what the audience wants. Choppy, Boston, listening on BCN. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey there, Chappie.
Hey, T and I were talking about the Filipino singer from Journey, and apparently the guy doesn't speak English. He just gets out there and sings. Somebody else does the announcement. Hey, this is the song we're going to sing, and the guy just starts belting the stuff out. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's pretty funny.
No English, huh?
Is that true?
It's not true.
It's not true?
No.
It's not true.
I like to think it's true.
It's not true.
That the new lead singer of Journey is Filipino, and he doesn't speak English, but he knows how to sing in English.
He's got a really thick Filipino accent, but when he sings, he sounds identical to Steve Perry. They're pulling audio.
Steve, who replaced you in Foundry?
Steve who?
Other morbidly obese homosexual who shops for clothing at Lane Bryant. Thank you very much.
Lane Bryant. You did shop at Lane Bryant.
Yeah. All right, let's get a Brian in
Wait,
Jersey.
were you the original singer, or did you replace someone?
No, it was me. I was the original one.
You know what?
I replaced Harvey Firestein. Get out of my way.
Duff McKagan
Love
told
that
us
song.
that the new Alice in Chains song is really, really good. Thank you for that. Blowing Fouls from Cleveland. E-Rock is working on a Foundry remix. It's not done yet, but he wants to play a little sample for us to prove that every song from Foundry sounded exactly the same.
Oh, did it?
I think they're all the same tempo, yeah.
All right, here we go. E-Rock's got a little montage. Of Foundry song.
Okay. Of the new song.
Yeah.
It's the hit. This is a new song, too.
That's the same song, dude.
Is it?
Hold on, E-Rock's arguing.
No,
E-Rock.
That's the guitar solo from Pendulum, and there's another guitar solo. I forgot to write down the third song, but it's mixed together.
Oh,
It's
wow.
exactly the same.
Oh, is that all you have so far?
Both
so
guitar
far.
solos are...
Wait.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait, this needs a setup because it's so damn good. But how are we going to cue the people? Hit the bell when it's a new song. 'Cause
Okay.
this whole thing sounds like one song, but E-Rock put three songs together. From Foundry. Start over. Okay, here's the first song. When you hear the bell, that'll be the second song kicking in.
Get out of my way. I love Pendulum. I love that song, Pendulum.
Wow, that's a super mix.
Almost every song starts and ends the same with the and then a long guitar whang right at the end. Where it just fades out.
If we didn't tell the people, you would think that's one song. That was
one
three
cool
songs.
One long act of auditory rape.
Dude, let E-Rock mix your songs. You might have a hit. If you put the whole album together, you got one good song.
Put the band back together.
Here's the...
You could go to a Lowe's, maybe, and get a singer that could replace you.
Okay.
Here's...
I can just trade
True Value Hardware.
Yes, I'm going to Ace to look for a replacement.
Ace is the place to get a lead singer.
Yes. And we're doing a song called Tough Actin' Tinactin.
Hey, athlete sport, get out of my way.
You guys want to hear
I like Pendulum.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
We're going to go backwards now. You want to hear the Filipino sounding like Steve Perry?
Oh, please.
All right, here we go. This is not Steve Perry.
It's just a small town girl living in a lonely world. It took a midnight train going anywhere.
Holy jeez.
Unbelievable.
It's just a city boy, born and raised from Detroit. It took a midnight train going anywhere.
That's ridiculous.
Get out of my way. No?
They also re-recorded all of their greatest hits and put it out as a double CD. So the first CD is a greatest hits album with the Filipino
With the
guy.
new singer.
Singer.
Wow.
And
That's some good marketing.
Whoa, that's ballsy.
And then a second disc of all originals with him singing as well. I don't know how that works. You know, if there's an advantage to that.
He redid certain songs?
Redid all
All
the
of
greatest
them.
hits.
All the hits.
It's a great...
I wish Steve Perry doesn't get anything.
So
And
Steve Perry, I guess, doesn't get performance royalties on the new CD. I guess.
Oh, wow.
I'm assuming that's what. I mean, unless he gets writers royalties.
Oh, my
Steve
God.
Perry was another one they had on that VH1 stuff, and he looked like he was way full of himself.
Yeah, they don't get along at all.
Did you find out about Dennis DeYoung and this light thing?
Steve, is Foundry getting back together?
Yes.
I would love it because
That's
I think
the
we'd
question.
make no money.
you know how much people would want to hear you sing Pendulum?
Not
Oh,
at
my
all.
God. Now? The song's now a hit. There's a resurgence.
Did he do Pendulum Unplugged? Just you
Get
and a
some
guitar?
guys in there, guitar.
Put a big cowboy hat on you.
You could. Would it sound? Would it sound awful? Yeah.
Wait, wait, unplugged. How about a cappella?
No.
No.
As in, why not? I mean, we're here. We got microphones.
Stunt brain, yes.
You are correct, sir. He did get a viral infection that made him sensitive to light, and he has been cured of it now, but it was a serious viral infection.
I like to think that he's been living in the dark for the last 10 years.
That is a horrible thing.
There's two pets the most...
Hey, marble mouth, what?
I'm hungry.
Jimmy's hungry.
For surgery, they should insert a funny bone. So why can't we get an a cappella version of Foundry? I mean, Pendulum. I think the guys would love it. I know I would.
Yeah, you work on that while we're on
course.
vacation.
Okay,
No, I mean
will.
today.
Today, I don't honestly remember all the lyrics.
All right, you got until
I could do the chorus, and that's about it.
You got the day we get back from vacation. You're doing that on the show, so you got a week to practice.
You got it.
Let's say hi to Kristen in Union. Kristen,
Hey guys, how you doing?
good.
Good, love you guys. Listen, my husband and I went and saw Journey about 3 years ago. Actually, I went to go see the opening band when Fuel was really big, even though they sucked. But my husband went to Journey, and they were amazing. They put on an incredible show. I couldn't tell if it was Steve Perry or the other guy, so they were really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that guy just turned me around a little bit. I don't really like seeing these bands without the lead singer.
That guy.
Oh wow, he could hit it. I thought our Anthony's old pal Hugo could do the Journey
Hugo,
thing.
yeah.
But that guy, wow.
Hugo looks just like him too.
Yeah. Thank you, Kristen.
You guys are great, and I love you.
Oh, thanks. Dan, North Carolina.
Hey, Dan.
Hello.
Hey, you're
What's
on
up?
the air.
Yeah, stand up. Yeah, I saw him in Charlotte Saturday night, man. That guy is dead on. They're not missing Steve Perry.
Yeah.
Steve Perry must be at home just freaking kicking walls all day long.
Does he look like him at all, or?
Yeah, he's got the long hair, long dark hair like Steve Perry had. And,
Okay.
I mean, he's a short little dude, but man, he can put it out.
Oh, there's a surprise. A Filipino that's short.
Steve Perry was last seen at the store buying charcoal and lighter fluid.
Let's go to Bruce, Louisiana. Brucey.
Yeah, doesn't Brother Joe do a thing with Aerosmith songs where he runs them all together and you can't tell where they change?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't remember that.
I don't know. I thought they talked about.
I'm not my brother's keeper.
I wanted more improv out of Steve.
Yes.
So great.
It's fantastic. Totally devoid of any improvisational skills.
Who's replacing you in Foundry? Another morbidly obese replacing me, man.
Apparently, Wikipedia has Steve Perry's bio picture, a picture of him cooking over a barbecue. Interesting. Foreshadowing? Ask Sam.
All right, we're going to take a break. Drew Boogie.
Drew
Boogie will play us into break.
Drew's in the hizzy.
That's right.
Opie, Anthony.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time. Players couldn't get a drink at the table.
Mike.
Don't come to Las Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that. Mo Green like that. Las Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that.
Wow.
Like that.
Drew Boogie helping us out today. Opie and Anthony. You could be making money off that crap, Drew.
Yeah.
Wake up, 877-212-OND. We got Darren in East Hartford for little Jimmy Norton. Darren, what's up today?
Hey, Jimmy. First of all, I wanted to say good luck with your operation today.
Thank you.
Yeah, and, most importantly, when you're done, I hope you come out looking like Andy Robinson did in the area after he paid that guy to beat the crap out of him. You know,
all black and blue. Yeah, I'll show my eyes a little black eyes.
you could walk around saying it was Talan. Yeah.
He didn't get a laugh, and then he goes,
Hey, a good luck Frunkus to you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Yeah, when is the surgery today, Jimmy?
I think it's 12:30, which is like the earliest one of the afternoon. I'm hungry. But
Wait, 12:30 as in right after noon?
Yeah.
So right after the show, an hour later, you'll be.
Well, I might even have to leave early. I have to call
well,
them.
that's obvious.
I have to be there at 10:30, I think.
Wow.
So, how long does this procedure take? Did they tell you?
They said about an hour at the mountain.
An hour? Oh, that's okay.
He told me what they do. It's not. They fix my septum a little bit, and my turbinates are the ones. These things in your nose that regulate
turbinates.
Yes, we have. I think 3 on each side. I think, and
turbinates.
They swell up.
Oh.
Well, you lay down, your head, when you're stuffy, it gets worse. Sometimes that's your turbinates swelling up. And they regulate temperature and airflow in your nose. But mine are swollen.
So what are they going to do, scrape them down or something?
No, that bleeds too much. What this guy does is when you're asleep, he puts a needle in it, and he electrically heats it, and it shrinks it.
Holy mother of God.
That's great. I mean, that's what I want. And then I want my septum fixed. It's messed up.
What's wrong with your septum?
Deviated.
You have a deviated septum.
Are you getting a nose job?
No.
That's what's happening.
Jimmy's getting a nose
Jimmy's going to have, like, different eyes and everything, a facelift, a chin implant. You're just going to have, like, hi, I'm Jimmy, with his face all pulled back.
I hope my voice isn't different, though.
I hope it is.
It might make me different. Imagine if I come in with a big attitude and I talk like this.
The biggest ironic twist would be if you couldn't control that you have a radio voice. Hey, how you doing? You just have the phony radio voice, and you can't help it.
Yeah.
Hey, I got my nose fixed.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm not really nervous. I mean, I'm sure I will be when I get there.
Well, my brother healed, and he had some of the same things done to him.
He had a lot more done than
Yeah, and his voice is back to normal. For a while there, it was high and creepy when you got him on the phone, because they shaved down his uvula.
Sounded like you at AAF.
Yeah.
Higher or creepier?
There was nothing. There was nothing to his voice. It was
Really?
very thin, very.
Oh, that is scary.
And we were all secretly worried that he was going to talk like that for the rest of his life. But
especially since, Jimmy's whole career is based on his voice.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
I think so. I mean, I don't feel really worried about it.
We got someone that's in love with you, Jimmy. Debbie in New York wants to talk to you. Debbie!
Hey, Debbie.
Penis. Penis.
Doesn't sound like a Debbie.
It does, actually.
Debbie I picked up the other night.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all you get.
That's what Debbie interrupted our chat for. The wah-wah penis, which I sang into a cup when I was a boy. And my cousin John kicked me in the groin. I don't know why he did that. I had a plastic cup and I was just going wah-wah penis. And
he kicked you.
He just kicked me.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
He didn't care for me.
Hey, we're obsessed with this Journey thing with the new Filipino singer. And Steve, he was just telling us how they recorded all their hits with the new lead singer.
Uh-huh.
And they put that out, I guess. This is the new version of Separate Ways with the new lead singer.
We all know this one.
Actually, you know what? Why don't we just go right to Don't Stop Believing? Everyone knows that song. So this is Don't Stop Believing 2008 with the brand new lead singer of Journey.
Sounds good.
Oh, wow. Of course.
Same guys.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Jesus.
She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy.
Why hasn't Steve Perry killed himself yet? Are you kidding me?
Is this live?
No.
It sounds different than the original. You can tell the difference.
Slight.
Yeah.
Very slight.
By the echo and stuff.
You know what's weird? The guy seems to have more power than Steve Perry has. Like, Steve Perry's got power, but he's got, like, that range when he hits those high notes.
Yeah.
This guy's all power. Jesus.
Here's the original.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
Steve Perry, totally expendable.
Yeah, that's the original. That's Steve Perry.
Just a small town girl.
Except he had something wrong with his teeth to begin with that song.
It's Rich Voss singing for a Journey.
Besides that,
amazing.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
He has a few in there. Right?
Yeah.
He has a couple.
Suffering succotash.
Have that stupid thing that Voss
Maybe he does. That stupid thing that Voss has. What? His brain?
He keeps slobbering.
He's got a couple.
Just a shitty boy.
It sounds like
Just a city boy. Born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train to go anywhere.
How funny would it be if it turned out like Journey was, on vacation in the Philippines and they got caught for doing some things and they went, no, we're here to find a lead singer for our band. Now they're stuck with a guy.
Don't stop believing.
We're really good at finding that dumb one little thing and just going over the top with. Listen how the song starts.
Rich Voss.
Yes, sir. Wait, that wasn't one of you guys making that noise in the microphone?
No, that was him.
Yes. Please, can we hear that again? That's got to be a bad recording.
No.
Oh, that's him?
Just a small town girl.
What is that?
Well, it looks like he'd cry if you threw garbage at his feet.
Wow.
He definitely looks a little American Indian.
Few people want to get through. They're saying that Blind Melon has a new lead singer.
Oh, yeah?
They had one hit. Why?
Yeah, why bother?
What are you doing?
Just make a new band.
What are you doing? And then you got Styx without Dennis DeYoung.
Wait. Can we hear the start of the next verse of this? I want to see if he does. I can't believe they left that in. Who is he? He's a cynic.
Hey, E-Rock, let's try to match this up. Ready? We're gonna hit play at the same time. See if we could get Steve Perry sing with the new lead singer. 1, 2, 3, go. You're waiting for the vocals? Oh, I thought we nailed it.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
Nailed it.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. You took the midnight
Get a little off there now.
I know it's good. You do this. No, keep yours going.
A singer in a smoky room, smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It's on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting, looking down the boulevard. Their shadows in searching of the night.
Pretty amazing.
That's going back and forth between the two.
That guy hits that note.
Now, which one are we playing right now? Seriously, the old or the new?
Only because of the recording that
Yeah,
sounds around
yeah,
the recording,
yeah.
I think this is the new. But I actually got lost at one point.
Yeah. Is it the new or the old right here?
This is new.
Yeah, this is the old one.
Oh, they're way behind now.
Yeah.
All right, now we can't do it anymore.
All right, I'm going crazy.
All right, yeah, that's the new one
It's
right
like
there.
Journey all over the town.
All over the town.
Who is the Journey people have come to town?
Wow, maybe it is good that they replaced the new lead. You know, the singer.
I guess it works with some bands.
Holy
He
crap!
had new stuff too. Is his new stuff any good?
Whose?
This guy, they brought you a new song.
Probably sounds like New Journey if they made a new song.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something though. Got to give it to him.
What do you got there, Steve-O? Enough about Journey.
Pendulum. The new album.
What?
It's called Never Walk Away, and Jimmy's right. It sounds a lot like.
Will you be replacing anybody in any bands?
No. See, sometimes improv is just one word. No.
I ruin things.
Oh my God. Here's the new Journey single with the new lead singer. It's called Never Walk Away.
What year is this?
No kidding. That's what they don't ever get.
Nope.
Trying to get to the hook.
Yeah.
I like it. All right.
Sounds like a Journey song that they throw on the radio after they played all the hits from an album. Yeah. They're trying to get one more out of the old album.
A B-side.
Yeah.
It's not awful. I mean, it sounds like the music they play at the end of every bad '80s comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like
oh yeah.
You know, that's the closing song when the guy runs and then they stop, freeze frame.
Yes. Yeah. Credits start rolling. That's funny. Freeze frame.
When Molly Ringwald looks back and Ducky's there being teabagged by Carl Sutton. Despise Ducky.
Let's go to New Hampshire. Travis?
Yeah, you guys are the worst. Well, two things. First of all, I'm going to be singing this all day. Sexy small town girls. Sexy small town girls. Living a slowly world. And number two, I'm having some problems with my neighbor, and I want to know what would Tank Hankerus do in this situation.
Yeah, Tank? He's having a problem with his neighbor. What kind of advice could you give Travis in New Hampshire? Yeah.
What's the problem, sir?
The deal is that we need to get the.
Well, hold on. Before you say it, what's your response so far?
I need to know what the problem is.
You're such a.
Have you been listening?
No.
It's the only radio show where no one listens.
I saw the panic on his face.
Yeah, what do I do? Who?
All right, go ahead. Do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what he wanted. Are we there? Tank, are you ready? What's up? Pay attention. Are you hearing this, Tank?
Yes, faggot. Get on with it.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Look who the tough guy is.
Tank I was looking for. All right, so the problem is that we don't. I want to put a fence down, and the neighbor says no, I cannot do it because that is on his property, and it's just this back and forth argument. I don't know what to do, Tank.
You have a dog?
What's that?
You have a dog?
I don't have a dog. No.
Don't have a dog. All right. Well, you should build the fence up and build it around his car and the garage. Lock him in there, and then make him take it down.
All right, so build a fence. Let me get this down. Build a fence around his car and lock him in there.
Boo.
Oh, my God.
Boo.
Tank Hankerus stinks.
Oh, he is the worst. Build a fence around his garage and... Wow. Tank Hankerus.
What a fool, Tank
You
Hankerus.
stink.
You're the worst.
All right, thank you. Before we move on, so you got Sticks Without Dennis DeYoung to wrap up this whole discussion. Here it is, Come Sail Away. Without Dennis DeYoung.
I like this kid.
Set an open course for the virgin king. 'Cause I've got to be free. Free to face the life that's ahead of me. And bird and the captain, so climb it be. We search for to marry on every ship, but we share a load out to carry.
Love that.
Nice.
The little subtleties just kills me with that
I
one.
don't think it sound like Dennis DeYoung.
No.
Carmen's amazing. You want the real? This is the real new version of
there
Come
is
Sail
actually
Away.
one.
And this is with a new singer?
Yeah, some dude they got at Pottery Barn or something.
Pottery Barn.
This guy throws out the vasectomy tubes after they cauterize them.
I'm sailing away. Set an open course for the virgin sea.
He's got the fruit part down at least.
Yeah.
I've got to be free.
He's putting his own spin to it.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a Dennis DeYoung.
No.
Face the life that's ahead of me.
Boy,
I'm a kitty to climb a pin.
We do like the rock out part, but we got to take a break.
Doesn't that make you want to hear the original song, though?
No.
It makes me want to. Babe was...
That's the only thing that's in my head is Pendulum. Oh, can't get enough of it.
I can picture him with sunglasses turning his head kind of...
Oh, yeah. Grabbing the mic with one hand. Get out of my way.
But he said that there was a penis and there was somebody in his way to get to it. Get out of my way.
The yam bag is swinging back the other way.
Jared in Boston, what's up?
JB.
Hey guys, good luck, Eenie. Can you play Stairway with Kenny? That's hysterical.
Yeah, have we played the Club Soda Kenny version of Stairway to Heaven in a while? You got that or you rock?
Thanks, guys.
All right. Some people saying Lou Graham doesn't sound that good at all because he had that tumor, and that's why he's doing Lobster Fest now.
Oh, really?
And the band moved on without him.
He doesn't even know that he's at a Lobster Fest. He thinks it's just a bunch of people in red hats.
Oh,
He's lost
God.
his mind.
Tumor looks like a big lobster tail they pulled out of his head.
Want to dip Lou's head in butter and eat it.
Poor Lou.
After you eat some lobster, what's better for dessert than pudding?
First of all, a lot of things are better for dessert.
No, I think pudding's good for him.
Pudding.
Why is it always pudding?
I don't know, because tumors are hard.
Right. They're not soft and pudding-like.
We always think that brain tumors make your head mushy.
I don't know why, but it's funny to me. Oh. Oh, Christ. Hey, there he is, the lead singer. Foundry.
That made me very happy.
Stephen Carr.
We got to take a break because Brewer's in the house. First
Yeah,
time
good.
on our show in 6 years. Playing
Yeah.
comics here in New York City. E-Rock, you got it? No? All right, let's go to Drew Boogie. Drew Boogie will play us into break here. We'll continue with Opie and Anthony as we welcome Brewer back to the show.
Chewy, yummy, smoky, it's bacon! Bacon! I
love the garlic butter sauce.
Shut up, we don't care.
Nice. Drew Boogie helping us out today. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Reagan, E-Rock.
And we've been waiting for this moment all morning long. For the first time in 6 years.
6 years.
6 effing years, yes, Jim. And you haven't aged a bit. It's Jim Brewer, who's playing comics here in New York City all weekend long. You got comics, COMIXNY.com, or call 212-524-2500. I think the show's going to sell out. I mean, come on.
Yeah, last night was good. And I just want to say, I just want to put this out there.
Yes, Brewer.
Back in the day, animals.
Yeah.
You guys look a little beat up. I wish people had a visual. The morning thing, kicking. Jimmy just looks like I've never seen you. Your face, you just look like you want to nap.
Well, I haven't eaten.
Tired.
It's all about napping.
Jimmy's getting surgery.
It's all
today,
about wanting to nap.
And he hasn't eaten in about 12 hours, so he's starving.
What's going down?
Just my sinuses. I'm having my nasal passages.
Right, clean out your snot box.
Yeah.
And you didn't go see the other night. What happened? You weren't here yesterday, Jimbo?
Oh, yeah, I was here.
Oh, you were here?
Yeah.
I was on. Okay, never mind.
Well, you're mad at him because he didn't go see Judas Priest.
I was waiting.
At Motorhead, right?
That's right.
I didn't have your number.
That's all right. We'll figure it out. If you got to go see Priest. They're playing Jones Beach. All I'm gonna say, if you're a Priest fan, no offense to Motorhead and Heaven and Hell and little Dio. We're off to. Don't worry about him. Priest, Animal.
Yeah.
60 years old. I was
60.
Wait,
60.
Halford's 60.
57. Does it matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
That's close enough.
Close enough.
In gay years, it's like 68.
Gay years is 300.
He is quite the queen, isn't he?
I like that. Gay years. We're stealing that one from you. In gay years, he's 78 years old.
Well, Jimmy was there at the Hard Rock when they did a little private show, and it was the first time, I guess, Halford feels comfortable about being out there.
Yeah.
And did you watch him every once in a while? He would flail his little wrist.
Yep.
You know, he's like, he's singing Devil's Child, and he's almost like doing a little with his hands.
Like a hula move?
Yeah,
What is that?
Yeah. And his inside thick, I believe you're the devil, but it's coming out like, I believe you're the devil. Yeah. But he's got a little swoosh.
This little swishy thing and little limpy wrists. I'm
amazed that the Hard Rock dudes didn't give up on Judas Priest after they got the news. I'm just amazed they stuck with Judas Priest.
It's a
after
credit
that.
to Judas Priest.
That's
I
what I'm
guess.
thinking. The talent that is Judas Priest.
A lot
What do you mean?
of
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, a lot of the fans of that type of music be maybe a little homophobic.
I would assume they wouldn't be tolerant.
Be like, I'm not listening to this guy.
Yeah, and they would burn all their stuff and throw it out the windows. Sure,
Really?
I would think, but they didn't.
They had to. The guys are one of the best musicians ever. Would you do that to Queen?
Well, bad example.
He did it to himself.
Right.
You want to talk about gay years,
right? But
Oh
it's
my
not like
God.
Rob runs around going tonight. Here's you got another thing coming. Here's everyone that's it's gonna gobble later.
Yeah.
He's not out there promoting, but
I understand. Sure.
Yeah.
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
I know. Brewer's a huge Priest fan.
Huge.
That must have sucked when he was outed, though. Like, because he really kept it together there for a while, and then he
And
must have been like, I got to deal with this now.
Right.
How'd he get outed?
Oh.
I don't know. I think the rumors just people like, listen, you have to come out.
It's obvious.
Yeah, you know how many of the road crew probably saw him going to the tour bus with some twink?
Right.
And just like...
Or a lot of them.
Yeah. The rest of the band's, picking up girls and everything.
And the rest of the band's like,
Right.
another autograph seeker.
Oh,
Yeah,
here
all right,
it is.
Sure.
Hey, did you see who Rob went into the bus with? Oh, boy. That's going to be a bad one.
I think it's probably a member of the band trying to defend him. No, man, he just wanted an autograph.
It's a fan. He takes a lot. Every stop we make, he takes a fan in. It's okay.
That kid came out misguided. I'm glad I didn't meet him at 17 years old. I remember I was going to stalk him. They were doing a concert, and I was going to go try to meet them at a bar, and I knew they were going to play at a bar, and thank God, I didn't go. 17 years old. Who knows what would have happened?
Oh, wow.
You could have been on that bus.
You might have had a memory or a
misguided.
suppressed one.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a surprise.
I didn't see this coming. Wow.
Hey, could you sign my
I got to tell
Come
Brewer.
here, lad.
I got to tell Brewer, he played Saturday at the PNC Bank Arts Center, and he did the show a huge, huge favor. We really needed you this year.
Oh, yeah.
We really needed you, and you came through, and you just rocked it, man.
What a great crowd. The crowd was phenomenal.
They loved you.
I didn't expect that.
I know one
response.
person who begs to differ.
One angry little individual?
Yes, perhaps he doesn't think the crowd was that good.
Well, you know what? No offense, but a guy like him, I've
Mike Birbiglia?
Yes, I've seen Mike before, and I was just saying, when I went to the place, and by the way, I was a little taken back when I first showed up.
Yeah.
I went, my God, I feel like I'm at a '82 Metallica concert.
Yeah.
Because I strolled in around 6, and there were packs of people in a parking lot. It looked like '82 metal concert.
Barbecues, beers.
And it wasn't just kids. This was like 60-year-olds and 40-year-olds. Guy working for another week. I'm at the virus.
Yep.
We're gonna next Wednesday. We're at the virus, Carol. Come on, show the young guy your breast. I haven't felt like this in years.
And so
that's it.
I definitely was worried. Jimmy swaggered in like a rock star. He had his sunglasses on. And I'm gonna tear it up again. It's my ninth tour. And then I saw Birbiglia, and I kind of looked at him like, you really don't know what's going to go down tonight, do you?
Oh, no.
And I looked at him with confusion. I said, hey, Mike, how you doing? I said, yeah, you'll have fun tonight. And I saw where he was playing in the lineup, and I was like, did you guys arrange? Who arranged that?
We've been arguing that point for a while. I thought he was a little too late in the show myself, but
he should have been like third or fourth.
Yeah.
Come out with it. Did he do the guitar and all that?
No.
He just tried to straight stand up.
Yeah.
He was the limping zebra at the watering hole. He was the one. He was the newborn.
This is when the wildebeest try to get across the river.
The crocodile moves in. The healthy wildebeest make it across. There he goes into his death roll.
As more zebras try to help him, it's just a disastrous ending once again.
The circle of life continues here on the Serengeti or Homedale, wherever we are.
Yeah. And yet another comic falls into the deep river of the O&A virus. Oh, look, there's Billy Bear swirling around him also. Someone reach your hand out. That happens. Hey, I could have easily been that victim. I'm happy now because I made it to the other side of the bank.
You killed.
Yeah, I was talking to you before the show, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out there, say hi, and I'm gonna do 10 minutes. Just gonna kind of feel it out. 40 minutes later, we almost had to go out there and yank you off the stage. We were having so much fun.
No, I didn't do 40
Dude, totally
minutes.
cool. I'm just saying.
Did I do 40 minutes though?
I don't. Close to it. It was funny though that you were like, you know, I'm just gonna do just a few.
Yeah, like I'll get 3 minutes. Go out, say hello.
Yeah.
And, hopefully they'll cheer, and then I'll say, we'll see each other in the future.
About 5 minutes into it, you were just loving it, man, and just was
This
like,
is when
this
they-
is a good
Oh, the
feeling.
crowd was yours. That was great.
When I started doing the Chappelle stuff, That's what, because I said, just want to let you know, I quit smoking pot. I thought they were going to light the place on fire.
You bastard! You anarchist! How dare you say such a thing in an evening? We look forward to seeing you.
And then that's when it kicked in, the Chappelle. All I said was, hey, man. So, well, he does Dave Chappelle. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stick with you for a while, see where this goes.
Yeah.
But it turned out great, so thanks for...
You really quit smoking pot?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Officially every day, a little less than a year.
Wow. Was that hard? You smoked a lot of weed, my friend.
I was an everyday guy. I definitely was an everyday guy. And when I would come on here...
Yeah. Forget about it.
Yeah, no, it's natural. I come in... I'd be in the hallway, come in here, and like, wow! Me, hey, whoopee! Look at me!
Yeah. You know what I miss the most about your pot days?
Yeah.
Were the pot phone calls from you. I would just be living my life, and all of a sudden the phone would ring. I'm like, hello? He's like, dude.
Yeah.
Who's this? It's Brewer. I'm like, and it would go the same way. Jim, where are you? I'm in the woods. Like, what are you doing in the woods? I'm smoking dope in the woods, and I'm watching my wife do the dishes. Do you remember these phone calls?
Wow, I do. I would go in my woods.
I guess I've never been to your house, but I guess the woods you could go in so you feel like you're way in nature, but you could still kind of see the house and the kitchen window. And like, she's doing the dishes.
Yeah,
and I'm so high. I'm about to go on a trampoline in the dark. You want to listen? Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That's me.
We would talk about aliens and ghosts and all sorts of crap, man.
Wow.
You got it going when you were smoking the weed.
I had so many. It just became where I was definitely addicted. Anyone says that pot's not addicting, it always cracks you up. People say pot's not addicting. Physically, yeah, I'm going to say maybe it's not addicting. But mentally, it's so addicting. And I love when people go, pot's not addicting because, okay, scientists prove that it's a known fact. If you're already doing that,
yeah,
you're addicted. Doesn't come show up with facts of why you can do
you
it.
got to justify it with these scientific facts.
Yeah, so I just found myself constantly looking for when I can do it. I'm like, okay, so the wife works out between 11 and 12, and then the kids in school from to perfect, noon to 3, whacked, out of here.
So that was pretty much your day was how you were going to plan smoking weed.
Pot. And then, and I'm not going to, I had
You had a moment?
Oh, I had, no. I never really had a moment. Well, I did have a moment with my kid. Couple of years, probably about 2.5, 3 years ago, I'd play really hard with my kids. We'd tear it up. Batman, running up and down, I get dressed up. We have a ball. And then my oldest one said, Dad, why are your eyes so red?
Oh.
Yeah, they're itchy.
They're itchy.
I got allergies.
Right, but I knew, a kid knows truth. Like, they know something's up, but they can't figure it out. And she was really looking at me. And when I was like, no, my eyes are itchy. But when she was staring at me, I knew that she knew that I was lying.
Wow.
She just knew, like, well, I'm going to figure this out in about 10 years, and we'll see how the rebellion goes, Dad.
And go, Daddy was a liar.
Yeah, Dad
he lied to
get
me.
Stoned and play with me. That's why he was so much fun. But it was definitely. Hey, I had a good time.
Was that the reason you quit, though? When the kids started to kind of notice?
I just really. I just realized I really couldn't. I would go, okay, I'm fine. And then I would go 2 weeks. I'd go away for like 2 weeks with like sober friends. I don't do nothing. And I'm like, okay. All right. And then in 2 weeks would be okay. I would Jones a little bit. I'm like, well, 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks would turn into a month. Like, yeah, no, okay. And then the only times where I think about it, it's like a concert. Like the first time at a concert, oh my God.
I need to be stoned.
Right before a priest comes out, I go in the toilet, hit my little one hit, and I'll go out, and I'll be one with the priest. And then I just started. everything started getting a lot more clearer. And honestly, it was a stand-up thing where a lot of comics will smoke pot because they think they're so much more creative, which I think maybe you are sometimes, but also you'll get funnier. And yeah, you're funnier for like 20 minutes. And then you wake up the next day and you don't write, and you just get fat, and next thing you know, you're just watching porn. Here I am again. Here I am again. And I found, I'd go on the road. Jimmy would tell you the road it's not what it's cut out to be, and it would always turn into, it was breakfast, smoke some pot, and I'll write. And it was like, smoke some pot, walk around, figure out there's aliens, the conspiracies of the world against us, and then, play at my yo-yo. Well, now I'm into stand-up again. I wasn't into stand-up for a long time. I got sick of it. That's why I got the band. Like, let's get a band. You guys play, and I'll do a joke, and then I'll sing or something.
I kind of like that stage, though.
I did too.
I like that stage.
I did too. But I got bored, and then it was the stand-up thing. It was I started going, you know what? I need to start going out there, get back in the ring, and start flexing and beat the snot out of some people in the arena. And that has to come with the clarity. So first I had to start getting thinner. So I was fat, man. I was busting out 220.
Wow.
220?
Yeah. There's like a picture of me in Chester, New Jersey, where I'm like big fat. I'm like 3 pounds under Patrice. Just a big gorilla. Silverback hanging out, munching on some bamboo. Well, I got to get in shape. And then I got in shape and I started clearing out. And I do think I should write some pot stories, though, because I do have some. I remember one time Wanda Sykes is up in Toronto, and I would hang out. Wanda's one of the funniest people I would ever hang out with. Did you hang out with her much?
Yeah, it's so.
Just hanging out. We would goof around here. So I'm playing up with Toronto. I have a baby, and my wife's up there. And the whole time, like, how am I going to get pot? How am I going to... I'm in Canada, I don't want to stick it on this. I'm going to get pot. So I'm finally up there, and Wanda's like, hey, I'm going to be up there. You give me a call. I give her the number where I'm at, and I'm like, Dee leaves on Saturday, and we're going to go to a game. Me and Wanda are going to go to a game. She's like, Chris Rock sent me out with tickets, and we're going to see a basketball game. So great, we'll hook up. Now, I haven't heard from her since I've been up there. So now I'm with the baby and my wife, and I score about the day before my wife and baby are leaving. So I was like, hey, man, I got that thing you want. Nice. Real nice. So I take it, and he's like, meet me in the lobby. So as I'm going to the airport, I take it, and I put it in my pants, and I show it down my thing, and I'm driving to the airport. Now... soon as I get into the airport area, the first thing I see is a guy with a big dog.
Oh,
right, and the dog's walking. I'm like, hun, I gotta go to the toilet. Right back. I make a beeline for the toilet. I'm not gonna throw it out. I just got this. So I was like, all right, I come back.
Karen, we needed that. Karen!
What do you mean you threw it out, Karen?
What are we gonna do?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! It's all we had, Karen!
They weren't gonna find it!
Oh, Karen, I needed that money! Are you kidding me? I'm sorry!
I love that. Best sorry ever. Damn.
So now, I come back out, and the best thing that happened was my wife checks in, and you can't walk into the gated area. You just, if you're in Toronto, as soon as you check in, you're done. You gotta go.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to hang out. So I'm like, oh, bummer. Okay, goodbye, hon. Beeline to my room. Now, the windows don't open. So, all right. And I got 2 connecting rooms. So I tear it up. I overdid it because I haven't had it in like a week. And I literally, now when I do that, I like playing music. So, Metallica, New Bon Jovi, and I'm singing to myself for an hour. And then I realize, like, wow, it's really smoky in here. And I start hearing, like, keys jingle every couple seconds outside my door. And I'm starting to hear, like, bing, like a little bell going, bing. So I'm like, oh, my God. These guys, they're checking up on me. And then I realized the smoke was all in the room. So I start flipping out. And I looked, swear to God, I looked through the peephole. And I swear that there's someone on the other side, and they know I'm looking through the peephole. and I keep, now we're playing a cat and mouse game. So I'm going to try to trick them. And I quickly look through the peephole to try to catch him. And then I swear he keeps ducking. Because every time I'd walk away from the peephole, I'd hear the keys going again. And then I'd hear like a door. And then I'd hear a little walkie-talkie. And then I kept hearing the ding every 2 seconds. Ding. Like, oh, boy, this is... So I start flipping. I do the towels, wet the towels, put them under the doors. I start flapping the towels and flipping out. I get dressed because I was in my underwear, and I was getting... When I would get high, and I would give myself I would change. I would, like, put it into my concert clothes.
The lunatic, I love it.
33 years old, but I gotta put on my metal shirt, my pants, just the way I do my concert. And all of a sudden, in the midst of this, I keep hearing the ding. We keep playing the cat and mouse. He's not there. I look through the peephole. He's not. The phone starts ringing. Now, I know my wife's gone, and nobody knows I'm staying here. So in my head, I started going, oh, my God, the phone's ringing. They know. They know. Now, I'm in another country. So, all this goes through my head within seconds. In my head, I go, if I pick up the phone, they're going to go, Mr. Brewer, we know you're high. You've smoked up the entire 14th floor. That's illegal here. People complaining. You need to come outside and speak to the authorities, and security's outside your door, as you know, which you keep playing the peephole game. And by the fourth ring, then I went, no, I'm not going to answer it. Someone will leave a message, and that's it. And I started panicking, going, if I don't leave a message, then they might think I OD'd or something's going on, and this gives them the reason to barge into the room, and then when they're in the room, I'm going to be stoned, I'm in another country, I'm going to be arrested, and this is a nightmare. So at the last second, it's like on the fifth ring, and all this is going in my head, I went, you know what? I'm just going to give myself up. I'll spend a night in jail. Because I says I'm going to give myself up, Aunt. And I went, I'm just going to say, yes, it's me. And I pick up the phone. I went, I'll be down in a second. I'm really sorry. And it was Wanda. She goes, what's up, crackhead? What, you high right now? I'm bugging out? And I went, you don't even know. You just brought me down for a landing. Thank you. I mean, there was so many episodes where I really...
You know, in that story, you failed to mention how you got the pot past the dog guy. You went into the bathroom.
I went in the toilet, and I waited till the dog guy left, where he started going down the other way.
Okay, that's all right. I wasn't sure if you,
No, I saw him, and I made a beeline for the opposite
you were just
direction.
waiting for him to leave the area.
Then
you
so you obviously got pretty paranoid when you'd smoke.
Oh, boy. And I couldn't go in public.
Wow.
In public, it was over.
That's rough.
Just over.
We have to take a break. Our old pal Jim Brewer in studio playing comics this weekend. COMIXNY.com if you want to get info, or give them a call. These shows are going to be sold out. I mean, they've
been packing.
They
I didn't
have to be
last
sold
night
out
to be that way.
Well, now it's going to be over, Johnny. So call them immediately. 212-524-2500 for Jim Brewer tickets.
Hot room.
Yeah, it's a cool little joint, right?
I didn't know it was that cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, they got a nice presentation over there.
And he pushed me out of the car!
Stay right here.
I hate her.
Stay right here.
I'd have pushed her out, too, with that voice.
More with Jim Brewer. But first, Drew Boogie as we go to break. Opie and Anthony.
Why did you do that? I told you they were going to find it! Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Chuck, it's Marvin. Your cousin, Marvin Berry. You know that new sound you looking for? Well, listen to this. All right. Stop, man. Stop, man. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Wow, nice.
That was when Opie was losing his mind because we were talking about nothing but Back to the Future.
Opie and Anthony on your radio dial. Look at Brewers got me standing.
You got to stand. Come on. We can final hour. We can do this.
When we did afternoons, I stood all the time, but this morning radio, it's like, ugh.
I see the morning. You're just talking about it. I know totally different animal in the afternoons. The morning is no joke.
Oh, my God. We would go back to afternoons in a second.
Oh, my God.
Hey, we got to get Bob Saget on the phone here. Bob Saget, Jim Norton, right after the virus show, flew out to L.A. to do the Bob Saget roast. So did Greg Giraldo and a bunch of other people. And you were saying that Cloris Leachman.
She was hilarious.
She was the one to watch, right?
Yeah.
Bob,
and quite the looker.
Bob Saget is on our phone. We missed you this year at the virus show, Bob.
You say again, man?
We missed you at the show this year.
I know. I feel bad about that.
Yeah,
How was it? Was it good? Did somebody do my stuff? Did some guy just come out and do it all?
Well, one guy should have. He didn't do too well. But
yeah, we had one casualty. Everybody did very well, and then we had one casualty of the crowd.
Maybe we should get that word out to the comedians and the community. Look, we only had one casualty this year. Don't be scared of us and our crowd.
Statistically, I mean, it's safe.
See, if Bob
safer
Saget,
than flying.
This is what I'm trying to tell the people out there. Bob Saget in L.A. goes, yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
They all keep in touch in the comedy world.
Yeah,
I heard you had one casualty.
It would happen in Baviglia.
Yeah.
He bought it.
There's no one that I kind of keep. Someone goes and passes when I work now, so.
So someone told you that there was a casualty on the show.
Yeah.
It's like the bombers in World War II. 6 planes go out. You know one might not come back.
You know, you count them when they come back and go, one of them went down.
But
it happens.
If you make it through, you got a story to tell and you're a hero. So.
Certainly.
At the roast, everybody kind of survived. Cloris's vagina didn't survive. But
Yeah, I gave her a beating.
Jim had a lot to do with that.
Hey, Bob, we're sort of confused because word's getting out that you weren't happy that the Olsen twins got attacked during the roast. Is that coming from you? Is that coming from other people? Are you half joking? Where are we at with that?
That's from my interpreter from Spain. I was actually, I had a little bit of tequila, that's what they were giving, right, Jim? And then I go backstage, and the guy, a very nice gentleman from the Post, comes over and says, well, what do you think? You think they hit him too hard? And you guys know when you do press right away. Then I went, yeah, I guess a couple of them took some hard shots at them, but, I love them, and I love the comedians, and then it says I'm angry and all that crap. So that was about it. It was that simple a thing.
Oh, so it's not that big of a deal is what you're saying?
No, it was 3 hours of 4 kinds of jokes, which was, look how fat that guy is, look how ugly that person is, what an idiot Saget is. That was mostly my stuff, and then the girls, they did their it was an attack, it was a land attack, but it was
must have gotten nasty with them though. I mean, come on,
crazy fun night though. Wouldn't you say, Jim? It was a good fun experience.
It was great, dude, and it was funny with Brewers here. We were talking about getting high, and I flew in that day, and I was so tired. I've never felt like I couldn't collect my bearings when I performed before, but I was like, I feel like I'm high. Like before I went out, I literally was afraid to not read something off the paper. I wouldn't be able to remember it. I've never been that tired before performing. And I'm like, that's what it's like to be on stage high. I don't know how guys do it. But no, it was still great, and the crowd was great. There was no casualties at all. I mean, everybody did well on the show. Nobody.
Yeah, no bombings.
Boy, did Susie Essman catch a beating.
Oh, really?
Why?
Just about her looks. And one of the funniest lines Cloris Leachman had, she goes, so which one of you fellas is Susie Essman?
Susie Essman said, I wish somebody would hit me in the face so I could see some stars.
Oh, yeah.
And then she looked at me and said, I met Bob's girlfriend. One thing we know about her, she's not a star effer.
Yeah, she was great. Cloris Leachman was she was the star of the night, I thought. Nobody bombed. Nobody. I mean, Garland was good. Essman was good. Jeff Ross, of course. And
I can't wait to see that.
It was really good, man.
Norm chose to go odd and clean, and he was pretty hilarious. He decided to do old school comedy.
Yeah.
You know, you got a dog face. That means you look like a dog. Then he would stare you down in that creepy way and make you feel uncomfortable as an audience, and then you'd laugh.
We are huge fans of Norm Macdonald. We can't get him on the show, but we are massive fans
I'll
of that guy.
talk to him about it, because we had a hard time because, you know, we were all concerned about Artie and stuff, and then
Right.
And then that didn't happen. And
yeah, Artie was supposed to do your roast, and he went into rehab instead.
Yeah, well, people make choices.
Roast, rehab, whatever.
Are you saying it's going to cost him? He made the wrong decision there?
I can't wait to take him out for a couple drinks to celebrate.
Well, of course.
You know what Norm said? That it was almost like Norm's whole thing was to make Saget laugh. It was like he just wanted to make you laugh. And when he said, Bob, he's the same old stinker he's always been, that made me laugh harder than probably anything anybody said.
Stinker.
He called you a stinker.
Yeah, he's a stinker.
Hey, Bob, we got Norm Macdonald in studio today, believe it or not. Yeah.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
Hey, how are you, Norm?
Yeah. Yeah, good times, eh?
I didn't offend you, did I, Norm?
Oh, no, not at all. I had a great time, you know. I'm kind of on FM radio, so it's kind of out of my element, you know. Hey, how about them peaches? When you get to the pit, yeah, there's always a pit.
That's so. That is so Norm.
Yeah, good times, eh?
Someone said, I think it was Susie that said he's got to get that suit back to his father's coffin.
Oh, damn.
Sensitive, you know, Norm even does 7 minutes about his dad. He's got that thing. He's got an amazing piece where he goes, I'm standing at the funeral and looking at a dead guy, and this woman comes over, and this guy comes over and says, you want a sandwich? He goes, I don't know. I'm looking at a dead guy, and I don't know if I should have a sandwich. So I'm eating a sandwich, and I'm looking at this dead guy, talking about his father. Oh, man. But it was a good time. I missed you there, Jim. I wanted you to be there.
Oh,
yeah, Brewer.
Yeah.
You're my hero from another mother.
Yeah. Well, missed you too.
So we got the roast is Sunday there, Bob, August 17th, 10 p.m. on Comedy Central. I can't wait to watch this one.
I think it's fun. It's 90 minutes, and then I guess it's about 48 minutes of commercials.
Yeah. Oh, is it really an hour and a half? Aren't they usually an hour?
An hour and a half show, yeah. I mean, it's literally 63 minutes.
Does Comedy Central start? I was in Atlanta, and I started watching one of the roasts. It was like Jeff Foxworthy roast, and it was, I guess it was on 10:30, and it was full blown HBO style.
Yeah,
I mean F-bombs and everything.
Oh yeah.
On Comedy Central.
Yeah, and I went whoa, and it turns the channel. I'm like, this is Comedy Central. So what?
After a certain hour.
They just full blown. I mean, it's like HBO, full blown, unedited everything.
Yeah.
This will be cut. This will be bleeped at the night they air it, just because they're scared. But they'll put through some jokes. I think you can say full blown now. That was one of the terms that they could actually, but they don't let you do the F-bomb, and you can't. There's a lot more C at this one than there used to be.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they run the network.
When this comes out on DVD, do they give you the unedited version?
Yeah, they
Oh,
do.
that's-
They do all kinds of stuff. They'll show Jeff Garland taking a crap, things like that.
Why weren't the Olsen twins there?
They didn't. I think they didn't want to sit there and have arrows thrown at them the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think everybody would have been nice to them sitting there?
Yeah, right. They're going to be nicer if they show up. It was so nice of you to make an appearance. We're not going to do any references to you now.
Yeah.
Hey, was Dave Coulier mad if people hit him?
No, he actually was happy because he got into. Once you get into that mindset, it's the same mindset. I mean, you can't. I mean, for 3 weeks I've been walking around looking at people and going, "Boy, their teeth are rotted, ugly, fat teeth." You know, and you just turned that thing on. But he kind of turned on the defense mode, so he was kind of laughing. If it was a well-constructed joke, he was just finding it really funny.
I feel guilty after roast all the time. Like if I'm like I had to apologize to Cloris. I'm like, I hope she's not mad because I really hit her with some large. You know, what a woman doesn't want large, I implied hers was.
Oh, it was very large, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there was so much that was going on in there in her life.
Wow.
I've never heard of so much. You had a mall. I mean, there's all kinds of.
Yeah, it was filthy. And I
could have put a Best Buy in there for what you were doing to her.
I felt bad. And it's like, you apologize. And people are like, no, I didn't care. I wasn't offended. But I actually do, like, times at a roast feel like, ugh.
Don't they expect it?
Yeah.
Being at the roast?
You still feel a little guilty sometimes. Like, now that I go too far.
And you don't feel guilty after this radio show? Is that what we do?
Never.
Oh, my God, the stuff we do on this thing.
Never.
And you know, I think with Ashley and Mary Kate, I think it did go overboard. But that was a 3-hour taping. You know, down to 63 minutes. You pick ones that hopefully are jokes that just kind of. Most of the jokes make fun of me. They infer that I did things to people.
Hey, Bob, we've been hanging with you for a while now, and you really take the Olsen twins very seriously. What's that all about? I mean, you really have a feeling of
that compassion you have.
Well, you want to no, because you're an animal.
Yeah.
Everyone is starting to find out that you're an animal, and your stand-up is extremely dirty. You go after a lot of things, and you don't hold back. But with the Olsen twins, there's some kind of a protection thing you do.
I think it's like being a dad. I mean, there were even a couple jokes about my own kids, and they don't even land that great by the other comedians. And I guess I put them in that category, like they're my daughters.
He's known them since they were little tater tots. So
Yeah.
I guess the point of Megan, that's the only thing that's almost off limits with you.
he has fake compassion for his fake daughters.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Try to become my daughters at some point, and then I leave people alone.
It has nothing to do with the fact that they're billionaires and you might need their help someday.
No, that's what I'm hoping. I hope they're like my Phil Rizzuto.
Yeah.
They might one day have a store full of money and save me.
Bob's got to be worth, I'm going to guess $50 million. I could be wrong, but I'm
going to say way more.
Oh, way more? Okay.
Who,
Bob's...
Me or them?
You.
I've got a new show I can promote.
What's that?
It's actually one you might like because it was stupid that 1 versus 100 didn't continue because Opie, you were like beyond kind to that show.
Wait, that's finally over?
Yeah, they killed it without telling anybody because they were ashamed they killed it.
You know what? This 1 versus 100, they never gave it whatever. See, I'm obsessed with the show. They just gave you a horrible time slot.
You were more loyal to it than the producers.
I really did like it, but it was on when everyone was out partying.
Yeah.
It had that time slot.
It would have been good with a little more holes barred on it. But
Friday night's a terrible slot.
The CW is not a bad place because it's got all this new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a series, we're doing 13 of them called Surviving Suburbia. It's about a guy that doesn't really like being married, doesn't really love his kids that much, and he lives in a neighborhood, he doesn't like the neighbors. It's kind of a disgruntled version of everything.
No, I love when people go, CWs, they've been saying it since that was created.
Yeah.
It really just comes down, hey, they pay network money, too. They'll pay hundreds of $1,000s per episode. Hey, I know it's mostly black. Back then it was like, hey, I know the Wayans own it, but hey, I'm the only white guy. And it's really on the way up.
It was the WB at the time. They wanted us to do Full House on it. And we were like, no, because it's not a real network. And then WB went away, and now it's the CW. It sounds like it's got dirty letters to something, doesn't it?
CW.
CW.
Hey, Bob, when are we going to go out again and have some of that human skin that you turned me on to?
Well, I'm coming into town. You're on vacation next week, right?
Yeah.
Are you out of town, or are you?
I might be hanging around. I might be doing a local vacation.
A staycation, they're calling it now, Opie. A staycation.
I'd go out with you and eat some skin.
Bob,
you just kind of stay at home.
We went
staycation.
We went to this restaurant last year, and it looked like human skin. It's some kind of like Italian bologna.
Yeah,
that looks like human skin. It kind of has that texture.
It was called Franco's House of Eating My Own Family. It's really good. I'd eat a person with you.
Yeah, all right.
A
little cannibalism.
Casing.
So,
When do you come to town? What day are you coming in? Like Wednesday, Thursday?
I'm coming in Tuesday, and Jimmy, I'm coming to you Wednesday, I think.
Why? Oh,
what?
Where?
Brewer?
Oh, what? Me?
I think you meant me. I'm like,
You're not coming this week. I'm off.
You're off too?
Yeah, I'm off for the next 2 weeks, Slugger.
You want
Slugger?
I'm off all next week, too.
That's terrible.
Unless Corielli. No, we're definitely off.
You're not doing any radio next week.
Oh, my God. What am I coming in for? Getting on a plane to eat skin.
How's your daughter doing?
Really good.
Yeah, we met her backstage at Westbury.
Yeah, she survived all that crap, but she's fine.
She's very nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, how are you intending that?
No, she's
how are you intending that?
She's quite lovely there, Bob.
Smart girl. She's an artist. She paints.
Yeah, she does.
Paints well.
Hey, you did anybody? No one said anything that really offended you, did they?
No, not really.
Do you think anybody got pissed off at anything? For
I don't. You know what? I think only thing people got pissed off at is, are they going to cut this out? Because it's my favorite, most offensive joke. That was what
I don't really understand why you're worried.
I'm not about me even. Just I'm saying in general.
Is that
no?
what, is the roast getting kind of politically correct now?
No.
No, it's
I'm
really
curiosity as to reaction. That's all.
It went too far as far as filth, but I really thought it was a good time because I literally like everybody. I mean, I didn't really know. I don't know Cloris Leachman, although she's coming over here tomorrow night. But
All right.
I don't really know.
Hubba.
And Brian Hussein's going to join us in that one, and I don't know Brian really well, but everybody else. I mean, I got relationships with everybody. We've hung out and we like each other a lot. So it was actually I couldn't wait to hear the terrible things they were saying. So something's wrong with me that I would like that body punching, you know.
Brian's just a big, creepy-looking animal.
I had a joke about him. You had to bleep what I was saying. Though. I did one joke I didn't get to say was, but Geraldo said something about it, the villagers chasing him.
Yeah, pitchforks and torches.
I asked him if any other lesbians survived the fire.
What was that about?
Brian?
What lesbians did you mean?
Just his parents. Or no, his parents and all of his family had been killed. It was all lesbians. Then there was a fire, and he got out of it, and that's all. That's what's left of you if you're in a horrible fire with lesbians.
He really is a big creep.
I said that he had that his face looked like a clitoris with ears. But they thought that was a little harsh, so I didn't get to do that.
Funny.
It's a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Bob, we're running out of time over here.
No, I love you guys, and I'm really happy none of you are working next week, so I can't see you.
Yeah, that sucks.
But I'll give you a call, Opie.
All right, we'll see you on TV, though. August 17th, 10 p.m., Comedy Central, the Bob Saget Roast.
I'll be in town, Bob, and I'll be lonely.
Yeah.
And I'll go to the cellar with you then.
No, Jimmy's going to be recovering from his surgery.
Yeah, you're getting the nose thing. Do they do it from the outside or the inside?
They go up and in. It's fine. Boom. It's less than an hour. I'll bet Tuesday I'll be still laid up, but I'll be out of Jello.
Well, you won't have to wear that stuff anymore that holds it down, right?
No, the nose thing. No, I should be fine.
Good. And Jimmy Brewer?
Yes.
Are you in town?
No, I'm going to be in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Sorry, Hammer.
So why don't you just stay in L.A., Bob?
Some people call your show to just promote their stuff. I'm looking for play dates.
Go out with people.
All right, Bob. We'll see you soon.
It was good seeing you, man. August
Absolutely.
17th. What time's the roast?
10 p.m.
August 17th, 10 p.m.
Starring Jim Norton.
Cool. Wow.
He's hilarious in it.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay. Love you guys.
See you, man.
Bob
Bye.
Saget, everyone. Yeah, we got to get out of here. Brewers playing comics this weekend here in New York City. I will definitely be at the second show tonight.
I'll see you tonight.
I got to see you. I haven't seen your stand-up
Ripping
in
it
a while.
up.
COMIXNY.com. And what's the number for comics? These tickets are going fast, I'm telling you.
212-524-2500.
This will be a sellout.
Yeah.
Great room.
So if you want to see Brewer, it's been a while. We're gonna be partying down there tonight. So get your tickets immediately. All right. And Stephen S. from Bayshore, he wants to promote my brother's restaurant. It's not me. I'm telling you, it's not me. But
really,
I guess there's like a fan thing happening tomorrow night at F.H. Riley's in the heart of Huntington Village, 400 New York Avenue.
Little soiree.
Yeah. Are you going?
Probably.
Why? What's going on? I'm out of the loop.
It's just like a bunch of people get together, a few beers, hang out.
All right.
A goose and duck soiree.
Goose and duck soiree. Married man, Mr. Grady.
Anthony, you didn't take care of your guy.
What happened?
Keith the Cop. He wants us to promote his thing.
I forget everything. I forget my brother's gigs.
Keith the Cop wants us to let the fine folks know that the Massapequa Fire Department is hosting the 14th annual Canoe for Kids, a day of canoe races, a raffle for a Harley Davidson, and $15,000 in cash and lots of family activities, right?
Oh, yes.
They're trying to help the family of Corey Mendoza and Michael D'Annunzio.
Right.
He's fighting leukemia, so they're trying to do the right thing and get some money for these kids and other kids. For info, go to canoeforkids.com. I think that's the easiest way. Canoe, the number 4, kids.com.
Very good.
Don't spell out 4. Canoe4kids.com. We'll have that plug up on owandayradio.com. Brewer.
Hey, thanks for hanging.
Holy
good
yes.
seeing you.
What a pleasure, man. It's been way too long.
It's good seeing you.
And after vacation, I'm doing your show.
Sounds good.
I'm doing some satellite with Brewer.
Bring you up there to Sirius.
Yeah, we were there. We were there in the early days.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I know that building very well. And then we were shown the door, and I haven't been there in 4 years.
Wow.
But I'll be back there.
We'll be up there.
I'm a big happy family now.
Absolutely. I want to thank Drew Boogie. He ran over to XM to kind of like set up. So we're going to continue over at XM or Sirius XM, whatever the hell the company's called these days. And we'll see you guys soon. We're taking a little vacay. We'll see you in about a week.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Brewer, comics tonight. Let's go. Let's party. Let's do it.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Nice. Drew Boogie, everyone. Opie and Anthony, XM, Satellite Radio. Screw that new name. It's still XM to me. At least for now, right? Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why
not? Brewer did not make the walkover with us today. He's got some personal stuff going on. After the show, he was giving me inside stories about Metallica and AC/DC that were hilarious.
Oh, really?
And he goes, please, why am I even bringing it up? Because I can't even tell you what he was telling me.
Problems? Or
It was very entertaining. He said eventually he'll talk about it, but whatever. I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry. We got a huge crowd outside the studio.
Yeah,
some familiar faces, some new faces, more people downstairs that couldn't get in, but they're going to get up here as well. We'll find room for them.
Yeah, it's a huge crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shane O'Mac is in studio with us today.
Yes, finally.
What is this? Fucking 2000 what? When did we get fired?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
What is this, 2001 all over again? First Brewer and then Shane. Shane hasn't done our show in like 4 years.
It's been a while.
6 years, actually, because we had to take a couple of years off there, Shane.
It's all good. Nice to be back. Thanks for having me.
Well,
absolutely.
I hear you got a big announcement, so why don't we get that out of the way? A major announcement about your career.
About my career?
Yeah.
You're talking about specifically maybe because I'm a new uncle. My sister and Triple H just had a new baby.
Wow.
So we just had a little girl. Her name's Murphy. So I guess that's my big announcement.
Isn't this taking that work a little far? You know, I mean, they really are committed to this angle.
They're committed, right? They're committed to it.
You know, when they first started going out, it was like, wow, this is a cool little angle.
Yeah,
but
life imitated art.
Yeah, you've been playing this up now for years, and babies are involved.
Right.
Yeah. I guess it's real. You got to start thinking it's a real thing.
Yeah. Hunter and I have been talking about this new smoking hot chick we want to bring in, and then maybe he can have like this extracurricular thing on TV, but, Steph's not going for it at the moment.
Was it his idea? Of course it was.
Honey, it's for the show. It's for the show.
Anything for the show.
I can't believe she's a mom now when it seems like just yesterday she was shackled to the steam room in the crawl space. And that was hysterical.
That's your favorite.
Screaming. I remember that. It's one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, you
because,
never let it die. It's great.
Yeah, she was just so despondent being down there.
Yeah.
And the raw emotion she had, the tears, everything was just fantastic.
Can we find that? I would love to play that
It really
today.
is great.
I don't think it's in delay. No way. Oh, maybe on YouTube or something we could find it. But the acting was terrific. I got to tell you.
Yeah,
it was just amazing.
And then she was dressed like for a while. She just dressed like I don't know, like Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. And then all of a sudden she comes out like gangbusters, all dressed real nice and sexy and hot and everything. And it was a new woman who hit the ring.
Yeah.
So, well, congratulations to them. That's fantastic.
How many kids do they have now?
They have two
girls.
kids.
2 girls.
Yeah.
Right on. I remember back in the day when we were doing the XFL with the McMahons.
The what?
And I remember Anthony and I showed up at Giant Stadium and Shane was there, and he takes one look at us. He goes, "You guys aren't going to wear that on TV today, are you?" Next thing you know, he's buying us all sorts of stuff. I'm sure you don't even remember.
Yeah,
but
dude, we're outside of the chain link fence.
You do remember.
Yeah, we needed jackets and stuff.
Everything. Like, all right, I'll be right back. And he bought us a whole wardrobe. Like, yeah, put this on. It's better than what you guys came with.
I just noticed that we have belts. I have my name on it, but I didn't even notice that. I thought it was Sam's.
No,
belts.
These are
no, it's a special
great.
gift.
Oh, thank you.
Quite
Thanks,
welcome.
man. I'm sitting there looking at this, and I'm like, why is Sam's thing?
I like that mine isn't very big.
Well, you're an Italian. That's like what you'd wear anyway.
A ring, the pinky ring.
Tremendous. Tremendous.
This is great. What are we the champs of, though, Shane?
Like this.
What kind of titles do we have?
Well, I'm apparently the world heavyweight wrestling champion.
Right, so I guess you'd be the equivalent of CM Punk.
Heavyweight, though. I'm a little, don't quite fit heavyweight.
And then you got the WWE title, which is held by my brother-in-law Triple H right now.
Mhm.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Is that this one?
Big one. Yeah, you as well.
Fantastic.
When did you realize you had to give him a little more respect?
Who, Hunter?
Yeah. Come on, man. I mean, there was a time he was just considered one of those wrestling guys.
One of the guys.
And next thing you know, he's at Thanksgiving dinner with you guys.
Yeah, maybe
that had to be a little weird.
I think probably then, it started to be a little real.
Like, what the fuck, man?
That is odd.
It's funny.
Next thing, he's on the private jet and all that.
Yeah, it makes it interesting.
He used to be in a freaking van with the rest of the guys, right?
It's tremendous. It's great. Yeah, we bust his chops. He's a good dude, though.
Yeah. No, we love him. He does our show all the
when
time.
he comes on here, it's fantastic. We've had nothing but a great time every time he's been
like,
on.
I'm not allowed to spank chicks anymore.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Back
thank
in the
God.
day, I remember her name and everything. Peaches went home with a sore hiney, Shane.
She actually had burst blood vessels in her butt from his big meat hand.
Like Triple H is an angry man.
Yeah, what is he doing?
It's like, what the fuck, dude? It was supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Now she's
It was
bleeding
for
from the
him.
ass.
It was for him. He dug it.
Yeah, it was.
And Vince, oh my God, your dad is he's taken it to the next level again of insanity. With the injuries he sustained now, with this, the sign or the lights, what was it? It was a sign, wasn't it?
Well, there's a whole lot of factors.
Yeah, a lot of things that fell apparently right on top of him.
Wow.
You saw it.
Well, I saw it, and as far as Sam says, because Sam saw it too, it fell right on Mr. McMahon. And
we saw that he got into the safe area, Shane. I think you need to hire us so it would look a little better than it did.
What? He was very injured.
It was like that old video. What was it? Charlie Chaplin with the house falling, but he's in the doorway, but the whole house falls around him. That's kind of like what you guys set up for your dad.
But why wouldn't they say what the injuries are?
Well, you got to stay tuned. That's the whole thing.
Well, I mean, it should be, you
gotta stay tuned. But you got to go back. You call it the safe area, whatever. Imagine the balls it takes to stand out there, really not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah,
when you have unbelievable, you got metal falling, you got everything. You really don't know what's going to happen. And all of a sudden it starts collapsing. Imagine if your chair, all of a sudden there was a trap door, and then stuff started falling out. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
It is true.
Yeah, it's a little nerve wracking. You got to give some props there to the chief.
Well, of course, he's always been willing to throw himself right into it.
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah, he is crazy.
And is the lawsuit over now between you and my dad on the intellectual property infringement? Of you're fired.
You're fired.
Yeah, because now he's impersonating you.
I know.
And I was just curious.
See, We were laughing
we
our
said that.
asses
We're like,
off.
wait, Vince is now doing Anthony's impression of Vince.
Exactly.
We were laughing our asses off listening to him do that one day. We were just like,
Imagine growing up with that. You know, he's like, jeez.
why don't you come in here and bring your report card?
Hey, Shane, was there something else you wanted to do with your life before your dad said you're going into the family business?
Actually, gave me the choice. This is something I always wanted to do. You know,
it's a great business, but I always wonder about guys like yourself. It's like maybe he wanted to do something else. And
I thought a lot about it, and I was going to be go more in investment banking. A lot of my buddies do that, and down on Wall Street and a whole lot of other things that way. And so I've always had that knack of doing more business stuff that way. And
right.
But then, drawn towards this business, I mean, I've had the most unbelievable education because we're so vertically integrated. We're a licensing company, we're a merchandising company, we're a live event company,
true.
we're pay-per-view, we're television, PR, production. So, I mean, I've had the unbelievable opportunity
it's a great career.
Just being, involved in everything, soup to nuts, setting up the ring, being
through the
a
years,
talent on occasion.
I'm sure you've done. Yeah, well, we've
Well, you
seen
gotta
you take
understand the
some
business.
bumps for sure. Especially years back, you used to. I was amazed because you would get in that ring and take as much shit as any of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
And are you doing that anymore? You get in there?
I try not to.
You try not to?
Occasionally, they dust me off.
Yeah. I get back in there.
It hurts.
Because, I mean, there was a time they were beating the shit out of you on a weekly basis.
Yeah, they were enjoying that.
You ever go, but Dad, I'm your son.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Why are you doing this to me?
Exactly. Get out there.
Kiss my ass!
Yeah, I'm glad that segment didn't come
Oh,
up.
is
I
that
could
great?
I'd be like, what? I do this every day.
The little ass buffer that came out. Yeah, buff my ass up real nice.
Oh, with the ass cream?
Yeah, the ass
my
cream in
God.
her. How the fuck does anyone sit there during a writing meeting and go, no, we got to do this.
Yeah.
Ass cream to buff Vince's ass.
Well, so much of that is spontaneous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much fun, especially when you're doing live television. It just comes out. It's no different than the show. Something just pops in your brain and you run with it. And that's the extemporaneous style that, when it's live, anything can happen.
Right. And it
that's a
surely does.
blast. It's a blast.
It's hysterical. Now, we have something going on here today.
Yeah, we got...
I see a guy, a couple of guys, they seem to be in wrestling makeup.
Is that what you call it?
Some old school. Well, there's definitely the old school masked gentleman there.
Right. Yeah, we got a trip to SummerSlam, which is on pay-per-view August 17th at 8 p.m. A week from this Sunday.
That's it. I know you guys are getting back from vacation that day, and you'll be tuning in.
Oh, hell yeah.
Of course.
Well, how about you fly us down to it?
Listen to this.
No, actually, you're flying Sam and who else? E-Rock?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Wait, why would that be on? What mic is that?
No,
you got to turn it on from in there?
Does this work?
That's that's Sam.
That's primetime Sam Roberts.
I know Sam.
Trust
Sam
me.
is.
They all know Sam.
He's into wrestling in his own right.
He wants to work for the WWE. What could he possibly do for you guys, you think? He obviously can't wrestle.
I can wrestle.
You could stuff.
Wouldn't that be funny? Just put him in there and just see him get creamed.
Oh my God, hysterical!
Yeah.
Right? You like that idea? We can work on that.
I say you just stuff
We can do it right
turnbuckles
now,
with his
actually.
hair.
Well,
Yeah, we can do it. Just a couple simple things. I can get up and just clothesline you out of your shoes.
Right out of your
Shane,
shoes.
please do that right now.
I don't know. We have enough ceiling height in here.
Just see his feet fly up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's like Rudy, 100-0. 5 foot.
let's do it. I'll take one for the team.
You gonna take one for the team?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
sure he would.
No, I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah, he would hurt you too.
He would really bad.
Really bad. That pencil neck would be gone.
Hey,
No, he's cool. Sam's always, he always hooks us up.
He is, and boy, you just cannot argue a point. Like, let's say when Mr. McMahon, the tragedy of his limo blowing up, there was no way he was not. We had our doubts. We had our doubts.
Did we?
And Sam would not. He was able to back up every fact on how it was actually Vince in that limo. And
Well, I had the facts, and they were there, plain and simple.
but how come the first article said the FBI was investigating until the FBI said, look, we have nothing to do with this? And then it was, what was it called?
The FIC?
Then the FIC was involved. Some law enforcement agency I've never heard
The
of.
FIC, they were a little too big for their uniforms.
Yeah, I like when the FIC guys came in, and you could tell they were guys that want to be wrestlers, so they have big arms. It's like when the paramedics come in sometimes. Yeah, the ponytail.
That's like the
so their hair can be
that's
all
the wrestler starter kit right there. So they, guys who think that's cool or whatever.
Oh, is that hysterical? We had a great time with that one.
But that was pulled off beautifully. I mean,
the foot was a little fake.
It certainly was. What? The foot hanging out of the
the swinging foot.
Oh,
you don't like the. You don't like the swinging foot coming back in there?
It was
tremendous.
Whenever it was played back, Sam, you just hear him go, "Oh my God!" Like he couldn't contain himself. He was so upset.
Well, you don't expect to see something like that every day. You're just watching wrestling, and all of a sudden, Vince McMahon could be dead because his limo blew up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. You don't expect it.
Yeah, you don't blink and move on to the next thing. It's like, oh my God.
I was actually in Japan, and I got a call from a bunch of my buddies. They said, "Dude, I know you're away. Everything all right?" I'm like, "As far as I know, what's going on?" They said, and they were really talking to me. Yeah, serious, because obviously, phone works everywhere. So I'm like, it's super early in the morning. I'm like, leave me alone. And I'm just like, but they called me. I was just like, and then I played it real serious with them. I said, "Are you serious?" I said, get the hell out of here. I gotta go. And I just kept doing that to everyone that was calling me. That's great. That's great.
Love it.
I had a little fun with that.
Sam, what do you think of the new thing that happened to Vince?
It's horrible.
Yeah?
I don't even know exactly what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
But obviously Vince McMahon in his private life is a private person. He's not this persona that he displays on television all the time.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there could be something very seriously wrong with him. We don't know for sure.
Have they released any information on his health?
No, the family is keeping this private.
Oh.
So, Shane, what? Vince decided he needed a month or two off? Where is he? Hawaii? Where is
chilling.
he?
Yeah,
chilling.
Yeah,
I love how Shane doesn't even go with it. Yeah, you're right. He's chilling.
He's surfing.
Here's what we were saying.
He's. Let's hear what you're saying.
If he comes back, and we were cracking up over this. If he comes back in a wheelchair, but it's one of those real old style wooden rickety wheelchairs with an Afghan over him and a cane, and he could just be crotchety and mean to everybody. I would laugh my balls off.
I hope it ends with a wheelchair match.
Yes.
You should do a wheelchair match.
There's some kind of jousting going on.
Jousting. I'm telling you, we can write for the show, Shane. We should talk. A wheelchair match with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, just bitter and crotchety.
Hey, before we do this thing for the trip to SummerSlam, my 10-year-old nephew, JD, has discovered wrestling.
Cool.
Massive fan.
Cool.
And my other nephew, Carson, my brother's kid. The problem is JD is body slamming my niece, Jamie.
Terrible.
And I've done my best to try to tell him that you really shouldn't do that. Now, I'm being serious for a second here.
Oh, you got it.
And my sisters tried. They listen to the show every day. Could you just give a little message to JD and maybe some other kids out there? Because I really don't want to see my beautiful niece in a wheelchair for the rest of her life.
Well, one thing, since he's such an avid fan, he always obviously watches the shows, and we try to be responsible and say, don't try this at home. And that's one thing that everyone should adhere, no matter what the age, whether it be younger or whether it be older, because it is. You really can get hurt. Obviously, a 10-year-old, it's innate in all of us, especially as males. You get testosterone flowing through your body. But how old's the niece?
8.
Oh, brutal. So, so JD, you got to relax a little bit. Leave it up to us. If you want to do something, do it to your uncle.
I'll take you on. Okay. But he went to his first match at the last pay-per-view at Nassau Coliseum. Right.
Cool.
He said it was the best day of his life.
Awesome.
He fucking had a great time, man.
That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, as long as everybody has fun and is entertained, and that's what we do. We try to put smiles on people's faces worldwide.
And that will get replaced someday by getting laid.
And
I put smiles on people's faces worldwide also.
And while we're going down this road, just to make it fun again, but this is true, could you now talk to my brother-in-law Mike and tell Mike, please don't watch porno in front of his kid JD and his kid Jamie?
Jeez.
I don't think Shane has anything to do with that. But, he's good at talking to the kids and the parents. So now my brother-in-law Mike, give him a message about not watching the porn in front of JD and Jamie.
Mike, what are you doing? I got two boys, come on, man. Even if it's soft porn, you'd not be teaching that. How do you explain that?
He just laughs. He thinks it's hilarious.
10 years old, you start, you got some chemical things happening right around 10.
Oh, and his mama wants to give him the clothesline every time.
Oh, I can understand.
Mike, what the F are you doing? doing.
Yeah, well, that's understandable.
All right, we got all that out of the way. Good. That family should be much better now. What do you got there, Sam?
You know, Shane and I have a common acquaintance.
Oh?
At the
We
New
can't
York.
talk about her.
No, not her. At the New York State Wrestling Federation show in New Rochelle, New York, I worked with Shane's friend Pete Gass.
Yeah, I remember Pete.
Gass, the posse.
He was in the WWF for, I think, a weekend.
No, he's hardcore champion multiple times over.
Pete Gass. He's.
I remember Pete from what was that called? The
Mean Street Posse.
The Mean Streets of Greenwich or whatever.
Of course.
Oh, right, the Mean Streets of Greenwich.
Yeah, man.
That was so obnoxious back then.
That's awesome.
I never appreciated the hardcore.
Well, you guys have
belt.
you've never seen that, that part of Greenwich. Everyone always sees, the
nice part.
affluence and everything else.
Right,
But,
right.
When you really hit the streets and you go, into the slums,
Where the
and
homes
things like that.
where the homes only go for $1 million. That section.
Oh, those probably are really horrible. To tell you the truth, I'm sure they are.
All right, we're gonna give this trip to SummerSlam away.
Yeah, let's do it. We got, I think, my last count was 7 aspiring professional wrestlers who all have their own fantastic and unique characters to show us.
And what is the criteria here? What are we looking for in these wrestlers? Because they're going to have to do some mic work.
Yeah, well, we're going to want some charisma, that certain electric it factor that we need. Somebody who you could see on a poster in a kid's room,
Uh-huh.
Somebody like that. Somebody who could be the next...
Cheryl Teagues?
Wow. Someone who could be the next heavyweight
Going
champion.
way back.
Jesus. I like the Farrah Fawcett poster myself.
Well.
Back in the day, yeah.
Susan Anton. Myrna Loy.
You remember when John Cena was in here?
No.
Well, it was recently.
Of course. I mean, yes.
Yeah, someone like that.
Yeah, that guy's got charisma.
Right, like a John Cena or a Triple H, and I think
It
we might be
factor.
able to find them.
All right, good. Hey, can we take a quick break and then start the contest so
Let's
we can
do
take
it.
leaks and stuff?
You have
Shane,
my
you need
permission.
anything? Coffee? You're all good?
I'm good. Sam, you could teach me a little about that charisma since you just kind of blew all
Doesn't he have so much of it?
Let's take a break and then hook me up here a little bit. And
You know what's
give me some
sad about
pointers.
that whole thing? That was Sam really trying to impress you.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I did all right.
He could give a shit about radio if you guys come a-calling. He would leave this show tomorrow for the WWE. Hey, we got Drew Boogie in studio. We're going to do a quick break. Drew's going to play us out for a minute or two here.
And all the rest of you people, it goes straight to hell. Straight to hell. Straight to hell. Straight to
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Drew Boogie, everyone. Let's hear it for Drew. Yeah. We got a full house. We got Laszlo in studio hanging. The day before vacation is always a big party there, Shane. And, of course, Shane from the WWE, Shane McMahon, who will be in charge of the WWE down the road. It's obvious.
Why does Jimmy's
heir
belt
to the throne?
Jimmy's belt spins, but Anthony's doesn't.
Well,
I got a spinner, too.
You got a spinner too? Yeah, man. Oh, look at that. I don't know. Mine's more legit. I don't need gimmickry. Gimmick.
Gimmick tree.
Gimmick tree.
I mean, I'm very.
That's a tree where gimmicks are grown.
Tool. Jeez. I love Jimmy.
I don't know what to do with
Points
this.
it
I'm very appreciative, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this thing now.
Wear it.
You put it in your
hold
back
it over
window.
your head.
Yeah,
You put it in the back window or something.
yeah, put it in the back window of your car.
Yeah.
Hold it over your head when you walk down the street. you clothesline people and
Put it on the ceiling above your bed, check it out.
yeah. Here you go.
I just make your nephew jealous.
I'm gonna wear it nude and just flex in front of the mirror.
Jesus Christ.
Wear it to a nude beach.
How about us three wear our belts completely nude, covering up the naughty parts, and we'll put it up on the website.
All right.
Just all full of
Sounds,
ourselves with the WWE
sounds
belts on.
great.
We're all oiled up. That's
All right.
great. That's a visual.
You go first.
Hey, Sam, so let's get this thing, going.
Primetime Sam Roberts.
Yes, thank you. All right, so should we have our first contestant?
Yes.
Somebody's going to win a trip to SummerSlam today, everybody.
Yeah. Now they got to look the part.
Yeah.
They got to sound good.
So
Look good.
Charisma.
They had to come up with a wrestling name,
Yeah.
a gimmick, and they're making believe they're wrestling you or E-Rock.
Yeah, I think a couple people didn't get that, and so I think one person wants to wrestle you, Opie.
Yeah.
But,
well, I got the belt. So
yeah.
Of course they got.
Some smack. Yeah.
But yes, and everybody's got a nice character name. This is going to go really well. I can feel it. So let's bring out our first superstar, the Executive Decision.
Wow.
What is this,
Here
Kilo?
Oh, look at this. I get it. He's dressed in a business suit. Looks very executive-like, so he's the Executive Decision. All right, stepping up to the mic.
How you doing? Just in case you guys are tired of seeing thin people.
What? That's always good. Open with a joke.
Is his mic loud enough so we can really hear this bombing?
He's going to show a PowerPoint presentation.
Well, I want to thank you guys for having me here today and understanding my time is valuable. As you know, we have SummerSlam coming up, August 17th, Conseco Fieldhouse. But the reason why I'm here today is to announce a change that's been taking place. I don't know if you guys got the memo.
Handing out memos. It's okay. Kind of like Executive Decision here.
Bottom line, the reason why I'm here, like I said, is E-Rock and Sam have proven to be ineffective. So I'm announcing a change that's taking place.
Yeah.
I am the executive.
That's how you executive produce.
An executive decision has been made, and I am the executive decision. I've been contracted to clean out the dead weight and improve the bottom line.
Were you sent over by Sirius?
How many car crashes went off? Like I said, the memo says there will be some changes
One
taking
more.
place. Although the bottom line is to increase their performance and get rid of their salary. I've created a chart.
Charts.
All right, he's handing out charts.
He's got charts. Oh, perfect. Great.
And ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, I'm not completely black-hearted. I brought a little something from for E-Rock and Sam. They're pink slips.
Oh, wow. That's it. He's handing out the pink slips. Yeah. An executive decision has been made.
Yes.
Wow. That sounds like office stuff.
And I brought enough for everyone as well.
Oh, wow. You got a bunch of pink slips.
Hey, Shane, what does an F mean as you're judging there?
Can I see the pink slips? I kind of like the pink slips.
The ideas are interesting.
Yeah. The enthusiasm is amazing.
Yeah. Gotta take it down
phenomenal. Jim, you'll see a comment section in case you have any disagreements with the pink slip.
All right. Ooh.
I like how he had some memos. He had some props, some memos, and charts. Yeah. He's in the suit. It's definitely a character. I mean, his executive decision. He's got a name.
But the problem is, as you sit there and think, imagine how many people are turning off their radios right now. Multiply that by 5,000 because it's television.
Yes, true. Okay. Well, yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Executive decision.
Thank you.
We'll keep you in mind.
Why don't you yell with? Accomplish more energy.
Oh, Jimmy's giving him some, why don't you yell a
Wrestlers
little?
are usually kind of like a high energy thing.
Exactly. And like I said, this is my first day on the job. I'm going to clean out the company, and the executive decision has been made.
That's what he needed, an outline like that.
That guy raised it up, get out of his way.
That was good. You know something? I kind of like executive decision.
Well, let's go to Shane. Shane?
What are some interesting concepts there? Number one, it is tough. I, for one, am extremely nervous in front of crowds. But for someone getting up there, their first time, you got to give some props here. This is not an easy environment coming in, so there's some good ideas. We'll have to see what the executive decision will be at the end of the contest.
He did stand, and words did come out.
I got to ask Shane. Now, you guys obviously see a lot of tapes of guys that want to be wrestlers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have one that you could talk about that went around the office as the big joke?
Oh, there's a few. There's a few.
Where you're like, come on, you gotta see this one.
Yeah. You just like, some of the writers and all the other stuff they get, because they get so many things. You're like, dude, you got to see this. And then just they'll leave it up on a loop, like during lunch and every time you walk in there. But it's motivational. The great thing about it is, at the end of the day, everyone's just so, we're wonderful. It's so wonderful to have because they're so passionate about everything, and it's just like that's cool. So you get that vibe off it. But some are just downright hysterical.
So bad.
Yeah,
it's great.
Awesome. Sam, who's next?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. O.B. City, who is going to be E-Rock's opponent, no-showed. So we're going to go straight to Striker.
Wow. William?
Yeah.
Striker.
Is O.B. City worth playing on the disc?
Nah.
Here comes Striker, a little lightning bolt on his shirt.
Wow.
Got kind of a flat top haircut and,
wow.
And some...
Striker, he's dressed like Tom Likas.
Shazam. Remember him?
Yeah, well, that is wearing some sunglasses. Striker.
Yeah.
And for everybody who watched the news this morning, I'm sure you've all been warned, because Jill Nicolini was on the air, and she was doing the weather and pointed right to New York City and said, lightning's going to strike.
Ooh.
And that's exactly what's happening today, because I am here in the studio.
She does traffic. She doesn't do the weather. She does fucking traffic.
She does everything on that show, but it doesn't matter because she sent a message to all of you to let you know that Striker was going to be here. Jill's a personal friend of mine, and she warned everybody who watched that show that Striker will be here, and I'm going to give all you a reason to believe that I'm the next best thing in the WWE. See, for those who don't know, a reason to believe is what I like to call my finisher move.
Oh.
So all of you are going to get a reason to believe that Striker is going to be on top of this business.
When you eat the cracker. Finish on his face. In that circle.
I didn't come empty-handed because I got a ticket for all of you to the gun show, but it's a one-way. It's a one-way ticket because these... It's a one-way ticket because these guns are so deadly, there ain't no coming back on the ride home.
I didn't know Mike Birbiglia was trying out.
So that's all right, because SummerSlam, I am the best-kept secret, and at SummerSlam August 17th, the secret's out.
All right. The secret's out.
Yeah, is it?
Another little catchphrase.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's give it up for Striker.
Striker. You did pretty good. What do you think, Shane?
Good. Well, did you guys... hold on, Striker, you got to come back in here for a second. Where's Striker? Striker, you got to come back in. Hold on, man.
Striker doesn't take direction very well.
Did you guys notice the lightning bolt down? Is that a lightning bolt also?
Yeah, that's
on
a
your,
lightning
calf
bolt
tattoo?
Yeah, that symbolizes Striker.
That thing's sweet.
Wow, all right.
Striker. Nice to meet you. How you doing,
Nice
man?
to meet you, Shane. Nice to meet you.
So you're trying to say he was Striker before this?
This is the real deal. I mean, this guy's taking all... You just didn't get that tattoo, right? This has been a character building inside you for quite some time.
Since I was 8 years old.
There it is.
Striker.
The electricity is flowing every day. Every day.
See, now you're getting
There you
good.
go.
Now you're getting into it. The juice is flowing now.
Juice is flowing. The electricity is flowing through these veins. Lightning will strike.
Hopefully it won't strike twice.
Well, I think it's been pulling through it.
Yes.
Well, he was loud. You had like a lot of energy. to you.
Yeah, but I have a problem. Sam, isn't there a striker in the WWE already?
Yeah, Matt Striker.
Yeah, see, I got a little problem with that, actually, too. Because I've been following Matt Striker when he was in ROH, and in ROH, he spelled it S-T-R-Y-K-E-R. Now in WWE, it's with an I. Why? I spell it with a Y. That's been my name my whole life. So if I ever get the opportunity to go one-on-one with Matt Striker, him and I are going to have a ladder match with a contract to that name, because there's only room for one striker in the WWE.
See, he's getting better.
Now
we
he's
got
going.
attitude. This is it. You just got to be passionate about him, feeling it.
Yeah.
But if you're using the same name and spelling it differently, it's not like if you were Andre the Giant with a J, isn't that like you're the same guy?
Yeah.
You have your own name.
That's what I'm saying. There's something fishy about the name Striker. He's changing the spelling twice. In ROH, it was spelled differently.
His has probably got a TM after it, unlike yours.
Yeah. All right, very good. Let's hear it for Striker.
Thank you.
Paycheck. Thank you, Striker.
There goes Striker.
She missed traffic, asshole.
And then he says she does everything over there.
Close personal friend. He doesn't know she's never done the weather ever.
Never.
Well,
okay.
unfortunately, Flaming Douche Fag also was a no-show today.
At least he picked a name. He doesn't have to worry about already being there in the WWE. Flaming douchebag.
So instead, we're going to go straight to our next superstar, Mouthwash Jones.
All right, Mouthwash Jones. This is an interesting little twist.
How you guys doing?
Mouthwash Jones is dressed very casually, just like I don't know, a college student or something.
Wait, he has something. What's that?
What's that behind your ear?
Toothbrush, sure.
It's a toothbrush behind his ear, and he's got a bottle of Scope or something, some
I went
mouthwash.
to Dwayne Reed for some mouthwash.
Okay, does the brand of mouthwash really matter? You're looking for an endorsement deal already?
The guy wanted to save 40 cents on his character.
Yeah, right. Couldn't even get the name brand mouthwash.
What can I say? But I'm here for E-Rock, though, because
now it's making
Wait,
sense.
get E-Rock in here.
I'm here for E-Rock. E-Rock, I want you to come up here. I'm here for you, all right?
Please brush his teeth for everyone.
You know what? Your halitosis breath is no match for me, okay? I will destroy you, okay? And, I'm sorry.
Wait, take two.
All right, get your thoughts together. Compose yourself.
Okay. Are you trying to say that you're starstruck by E-Rock?
No.
All right,
more
good.
of Shane. So
I'm trying to say that he came in with a prop and no other material.
Well, let's see.
Let's get a do-over. Let's get a do-over.
Yeah.
Compose yourself. Get ready. Get fired up.
My name is Mouthwash Jones, and I'm here for E-Rock. E-Rock, you're in trouble now because I am going to destroy you with my mouthwash. That's all I have. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well, let's see what E-Rock has. E-Rock?
I actually just came up here just to trash on E-Rock. That's about it.
At least tell him to get on his knees and gargle.
E-Rock, what do you got for him?
Wow. E-Rock gargled with some of the mouthwash and then spit it right in Mouthwash Jones's face.
He just gave you some hairspray.
Wow.
So.
Yeah.
Face.
What do you have to say about that? now you got to think on your feet here.
That's right.
I guess so. Well, you know what? How about I stick this up your ass? You might actually like it.
No, you didn't.
This is a violent show.
Yeah.
Let's see what E-Rock's got.
Why is it always gay? All right.
Because that's what you like.
Go ahead, E.
You're saying wrestling's gay?
No, I'm saying you're gay.
No.
Oh, this is good.
Stick it up my ass, huh?
Yeah.
I dare you. Bend over and do it now.
Turn around. Go
I will
ahead.
break you.
Go ahead.
Come on.
must break you.
Take the first shot. I dare you.
Go ahead.
See, now you're going to kiss
You
me.
just backed
can't
up.
kiss me.
You just backed away.
Yeah, because you can't kiss me.
I'm
Don't
not
pucker
trying
your
to
lips.
kiss you. I'm sure you would love me to
Everyone
kiss
saw
you
it. You
because-
puckered your lips. You were quivering a little bit. Don't.
Could be some fists flying
Come on.
soon.
Take a shot.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. See, you're doing it again. You're licking your lips and you're quivering.
I'm not quivering.
Come on. You're speaking of a really
What
tough
was that?
game.
I'm sorry. What was that?
You're speaking a really tough game, but you're not backing it up. Let's go.
Go ahead. Turn around.
Wow.
Do it.
Wow.
Don't make me. Want to do it right now? Why are you quivering? Stop quivering. You look like you're going to cry.
This is great. We'll say it's like a junior high fight.
Come on. You're so tough. Let's see you do it. Take me down and try to shove that up my ass.
He's dead serious. This is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He really wants it.
Hey, come here more
Want
often.
to do it? Wait, you want to go? Or you want to save it for SummerSlam? I want to save it for SummerSlam.
Good out, guys.
Oh, yeah, that was a good out.
People commenting saying E-Rock has a huge weight advantage over a brontosaurus.
That was magic.
Yeah, that was.
But honestly, yeah, I just wanted to come here to try to bash E-Rock, and I failed miserably.
You did good, bro.
Yeah.
What's your name again? It's Mouthwash Jones. Mouthwash Jones. What do you got there on Mouthwash there, Shane?
Well, first to say hi. How you doing? Nice to meet you. He really got into it, once you get face to face with E-Rock, but I gotta say, E-Rock pulled your punk card. He just left it out there, and he didn't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what can I say? I guess I got a little nervous.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right there. Mouthwash. Take your toothbrush and your mouthwash and
beat it.
Yes, get the bricks.
Exactly.
There you go. All right. We got a trip to SummerSlam. Who's next there, Sam?
Well, that trip to SummerSlam just might go to Type A.
Type A.
Type A, okay. That's cool.
SummerSlam live on pay-per-view
wow.
Sunday, August 17th, 8 p.m. Yes.
He just slammed in the door. He's wearing a suit. Another man in a suit.
First of all, I want to say F the executive decision for stealing my gimmick.
Nice. I like that.
Mr. Nagel. You know, Mr. Nagel, I don't think you're ready for the pain that you're going to experience when you step into the ring with Type A. You see, you may think you know what suffering is because you had a near-death experience trying to swallow some cinnamon. But I can assure you, Mr. Nagel, that was nothing compared to what I'm going to do to you. You see, Mr. Nagel, I am what we call in the corporate world a winner, a self-starter. I'm the first one in the office, and I'm the last one to leave. Type A gets the job done. But you, Mr. Nagel, you're a slacker. You're the worst excuse for a radio producer that I've ever heard. Each and every day, the ball slips through your mayo-greased fingers and hits the floor of the Opie and Anthony studios. You're a joke, Mr. Nagel. Even those who work under you laugh at you. You're a disgrace to everyone in your profession.
He's done his homework.
You made radio a dirty word, Mr. Nagel. And now, I'm gonna make you pay. It's time to dance with the A-Man. Mr. Nagel, you're about to experience Type A. May God have mercy on your soul. Booyah!
Holy Jesus! Nice. Wow, Type A. E-Rock. Wow. What do you have to say about that, E-Rock?
Wow. I'd say this is the winner.
Wow, jeez. There's still a couple of poor saps out there that have to do this.
They're not topping this.
Wow,
This is good.
Type A is a good character.
Tremendous.
I like it.
Thank you.
Having
Been
to come
watching this
in,
stuff since I was like a kid. I've been obsessed with wrestling. It's awesome.
having to come in on the heels of somebody else having the suit.
Yeah,
was a little rough, but wow, did you really come to the table there, Type A? I like the whole Type A thing.
The Men's Warehouse couldn't believe we sold 2 size 60 jackets.
I was gonna be Type A diabetes originally, but then I realized I'm a fat guy, so it would be a little silly coming in and making fat jokes about E-Rock.
Of course, Type A personality is
He's been
very
obsessed
good.
with wrestling his whole life except for the workout regime.
Oh yeah.
Type A, right on, man.
Well,
Thanks,
Type
man.
A,
What do you
okay.
think, Shane?
Remember that, man.
Fantastic.
The crowd seems to like him.
I'll say hi again.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, thanks, Shane.
Nice to see you again.
Crowd seems to like Type
Thanks,
A.
man. I actually ran into Type A downstairs.
Oh, you did,
yeah,
huh?
on my way up. That's great.
Great. Congrats.
Yeah, he was fantastic, obviously.
Yeah, very good.
He had very relevant material. I won't go into it until we see everybody else, because some of the things I could say can, affect the next couple performers coming up here. There's little trade secrets, but Type A, if you follow that model, that was right on.
Yeah, that was. Very good.
Before I gotta go, so good luck.
No,
I have to.
Where the hell are you going?
I just gotta go down to the thing. I'll see you guys.
You got to get your nose fixed, right?
Jimmy,
good luck, Jimmy.
I'll be good. I'll see you guys.
All right, Jim
Don't
Norton,
be
everyone.
scared. Don't be scared.
No, I'm fine.
I'll bring you a little Mylar get well soon balloon.
There goes Jim Norton.
I hope a nurse smothers him. I hope a male nurse just puts a pillow over his face.
He's getting a little nose surgery today there.
Yeah.
Little nose job.
He's got a deviated septum or
nose job.
Nose job?
Because he's going Hollywood on us.
Uh-oh.
He needs to get the nose. Yeah. Sam, what do you got?
Get ready for electricity, people.
Yeah.
Because here comes the ultimate warrior.
Okay, a little play on words, I guess, from the Ultimate Warrior. He does have things around his arms, a little.
All right, relax, stupid.
Kango hand.
First of all, I'm the ultimate
paint.
warrior. I hail from parts unknown in New Jersey. I've been listening to the radio for the last few weeks, and all I've been hearing is Primetime Sam Roberts yapping his gums. Primetime, have you even reached puberty yet? Your name should be Dateline. Hey, Dateline, I'll be more of a man than you'll ever be. I eat steak, rice, and the coochie. I know the struggle, brother.
He's doing his Rich Voss impression.
It's like an Ultimate Warrior meets Rich Voss thing.
Right.
That's the visual.
You may
here.
be asking yourself, what am I going to do if I step into the ring with this maniac? Well, here's the thing, okay? You're going to step onto the ring apron, and then you're going to slip because of the puddle of saliva that I left there. And then I'm going to grab you by your afro and twirl you around and spin you like a dreidel. And then, for my finishing move, I'm going to put my finger behind my ear and give you the stink finger, and you'll be out for the 1, 2, 3.
The is never good.
I popped my balloon mortgage, and I'm cashing in my money in the bank. And I'm such a nice guy, I'm letting you pick a day where you can challenge me. You can find me either August 22nd or 23rd at Uncle Vinny's in Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Little plug like Rich. Very good.
I've got the power of all my warriors behind me, and I feel their energy coursing through my veins. Veins which haven't had drinks or drugs in them for 22 years, 10 months, 6 weeks, and 2 days. Thank you. I appreciate it, folks. Okay? So, get ready, Primetime. I mean, Dateline. I stink. For the ultimate warrior.
All right, not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Shane?
It's good effort.
He was doing a little boss
nervous.
There was some inside stuff there that was pretty good.
Yeah, some good effort. Good effort.
Yeah. Very good,
No?
bro.
Cool. I've seen you
Yes.
guys. Take care, man.
Not bad.
I said hi to him earlier. Yeah.
Our next superstar about to enter the ring is Jabby Just Got Up.
The full mask. Who's got the full mask?
Oh, yeah, this is,
Really loud out there.
wow, he's wearing like,
Sweet.
Pac-Man pajama pants, Homer Simpson slippers, a black shirt, a blue cape, and a blue and gold mask with an M on it.
This is my blanket.
Oh.
He's Jabby Just Got Up.
What time is it?
Jabby just got up. Okay.
Sweet.
Hey, Sam. Listen, it's... Oh, I slept so late last night. I'll talk to you later. I gotta get back to sleep. Can I go take a nap?
He's, pretty interesting character that, by interesting, I mean boring. I don't
See, he
get
just
it.
got up.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I get the name.
Right. Jabby just got up.
Is that it? Is that it?
That's it.
I don't know.
He went back to sleep because he was tired because he just got up.
No, I get the concept.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
All right, Jabby.
I had high hopes for this one, actually. I was just like, wow, he came out, full regalia, and especially the Homer Simpson slippers.
And now he's asleep on the couch.
That's it.
He had nothing.
He's still in character, though, if you'll notice. Everybody else, when their promo was over, they dropped character. Jabby just got up, is still pretending to be asleep on the couch.
What do you have, you have like $5 on the side with this guy? You're trying.
I just like the character.
Could he be really be asleep?
He could be.
Along with our listeners?
Yeah, before he puts the rest of the audience to sleep, let's get the last contestant. Yes.
Our final contestant is Matt Massacre.
Matt Massacre. Oh, no. I think I know who this could be.
Hurry up.
Matt Massacre. Oh, boy.
Let me finish getting in character.
Getting in character. All right.
Looks like kind of a gangbanger.
Yeah, looks like a gangbanger.
Sure.
Matt Massacre.
Fucking right.
Oh. Uh-oh. Well, there he goes.
Oh, it's Flea Man.
Of course it's Flea Man.
Yo, E-Rock, name's Matt Masker, that's who I am.
E-Rock, he needs you to look at him. So
Hey, man.
he can do
What
his
the hell
rap.
are you doing? This is a promo. You gotta look at me face to face.
You're performing for the audience, not for E-Rock.
That's for the audience. Yo, E-Rock, listen, I'm Matt Masker, that's who I am. I'm throwing out a challenge to get you to SummerSlam. Eric Nagel's the guy. Hawk thinks he can fly. 40-inch thighs. Getting to work late and he lies. Eating all the mayo. Looks like Pillsbury dough. Yo, he didn't know. I shoot him off like a bow. Fuck it. Word. That's fine.
Shoot him off like a bow. Try to pick a 20th century weapon.
That's low.
Keep it going.
Oh, you want me to?
What's the matter?
All right.
Finish it at least.
For the laugh factor, yeah.
Yo, I'm not a cheap M&M. I'm an expensive vanilla ice. Did E-Rock's mom today? Not once but twice. And when I left the house, I had crabs and lice. She tried to satisfy my mom, but he's small like mice. Too bad he's so small. At least my tongue is nice. Maybe he should get a sex change and call himself Eric Spice.
Okay.
Wow. How do you think?
Taken down.
And
E-Rock
from behind,
E-Rock down on the ground.
Wow.
E-Rock taps him out.
E-Rock's not playing today. Holy shit.
I'm digging it.
Wow.
E-Rock, good stuff right there, man.
Thanks.
E-Rock took him right down.
Yeah, hard, too.
Oof. Hey, can you tell Jabby just got up that, it's over and we want our studio back?
Yeah.
He's still
Jabby,
sleeping
get
over
the
there.
fuck out.
Hey, Matt, I have a question. Going back to your rhyme a little bit, did you, even though you were trying to insult E-Rock, having, small genitalia, you were still inferring that he was banging your mom. Isn't that correct? Did you have that in there? So that's okay with you?
No, I think you said you.
I said he tried to.
Oh, he tried
yes.
to.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you said he couldn't satisfy her, meaning that he inserted.
did.
Yeah, instead
He put it in.
all right, so that's cool. So he still banged your mom. So it's like that's brutal.
Boy, quite an
Brutal. I mean,
insult.
so E-Rock wins just right off that bat, right there.
Yeah.
He banged your mom. How are you going to trump that?
Already said that I did.
You banged your
I
mom?
did it not once. I did it. No, I banged his not once but twice.
Yeah, but he banged your mom and just banged her, and you said in your rap that you banged his mom and ended up with crabs.
And lice.
Right, so he still wins because he doesn't have any venereal diseases.
Yeah. Sweet. And he took you down, made you tap out.
Yep. Wow, that was handy.
I assume you guys may know each other.
Not even kidding.
Yeah. Flea Man is known to many as, just a dick. Yeah. Yeah.
Why is he still standing there?
And then he pieces.
Let's hear it for
peace
Flea
out.
Man.
Good job, Flea Man.
Something.
Good deal, man.
Wow, a tough decision, huh?
Wow.
Got a real tough decision here. Is that it?
That's it. That's the contest, everyone.
Wow. Well.
I thought Eastside Dave would give us a little surprise thing today.
Where is he?
Does he have his wrestling stuff today?
Yeah, usually Eastside Dave is very good at it, at least as an exhibition, I would think.
Well, why don't we do this? Shane, what time we have you till?
Whatever. I'm good.
All right, good. Can we take a quick break and then
Sure.
we'll announce the winner? For
And then
the,
we'll tabulate the scores.
That's it.
for the trip to SummerSlam live on pay-per-view, a week from Sunday at 8 p.m. You got the Hell in the Cell match with Edge and The Undertaker, the world title, CM Punk versus JBL. We love JBL, by the way.
It's tremendous.
We had to give him a talking to the last time he was in here with that boner juice he was trying to.
Mama Joanna?
Yeah. I'm
That was it.
Have you guys tried it?
No.
No, right? God bless him for trying, but we're like, what are you doing? You don't need to be selling boner juice. WWE title, you got Triple H and the great Khali. I'm sorry. First time ever, you got John Cena and Batista going at it. Very nice. And then MVP with Jeff Hardy. And actually, Shawn Michaels has the big announcement about his career. I was just kind of messing with you earlier. And it's WWE.com for more info. Drew Boogie, play us out for a little bit. We'll announce the winner to the trip to SummerSlam after the break.
Go home and get your fucking shine box. He's just kid a little fucking manners. He's just He's just kid a little fucking manners. Fucking manners. Fucking manners. Fucking manners. Come on. Come on. Come on. He's just kid a little fucking manners. Fucking manners. Fucking manners. Come on. Come on. Come on. Manners. Fucking manners. Fucking manners. Fucking manners. Go home and get your fucking shine box.
Ooh, what's that? What's that? What's that? Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I would never say darling! 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 Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I would never say darling! Wow! True Boogie, everyone. Shane McMahon in studio from the WWE, promoting SummerSlam live on pay-per-view, a week from Sunday at 8 p.m. A lot of great matches going down. Go to WWE.com for info. And, Sam, you got to catch a plane or something? You're leaving us early, too?
Who else is leaving early?
Jimmy left for surgery.
Remember him, Jim Norton?
Jimmy was looking a little weak. He hasn't eaten in like 18 hours, and it was starting to be noticeable the last hour or two.
Tomorrow's my grandma's 85th birthday, so I have to go to Detroit today.
Really?
Yeah.
The black side of Detroit?
I don't know yet.
You think he's black, Shane?
I don't know.
Come on.
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out.
Hey, wouldn't this be like a good wrestling character? Trying to figure this out?
You know he's related to Thomas Jefferson, right? Swear to God.
Really? That's cool.
For real.
Yep.
And Jefferson has been known, it's come out in recent history.
Right.
That
Consort. Right.
Yeah. And he kind of has some of those features happening. But he's not willing to admit it yet.
Well, there's no evidence in the family tree of any black family members.
What does your grandma look like?
Like an old white lady.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of my uncles have the curly hair, though, on her side, my mom's side.
See, that's not curly hair you have.
Yeah.
It's a type of hair that almost got Imus
fired. Yeah, we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
You got that type of hair.
But you're very pale.
Yeah.
Oh, Drew, what do you think?
He's definitely
black.
Definitely.
Got some brother in him.
I mean, a little bit, but it's in there, right?
It's in there.
Yeah, you got a little black there. Sam.
Drew's light, too, though.
Not, yeah.
Yeah, but my hair is obviously nappy.
See, he can say it. See, that's how it works. He can say it.
But, Sam's hair is close to my brother's hair, and my brother's black. So Sam's definitely got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you're
so.
adopted.
No, I'm not adopted. I mean, I got a birth certificate and baby pictures.
By the way,
and
your
pork
brother,
chops for earlobes.
Your
All
brother,
right.
your brother looks blacker than you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's got looser hair than me, though.
He's got the,
It's curly.
Yeah.
It is curly.
All right, when we get a winner.
Prime time. This is
by
your
the way,
baby.
E-Rock reminded me, because these guys love busting on each other. It's unbelievable. But E-Rock reminded me that Sam has his wrestling chair that needs to be signed.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's some,
Has Shane ever signed your wrestling chair?
No, Shane hasn't. I mean, usually that's,
look
off the
at
air
this.
or something.
Cool.
But
No,
sure.
it's not, Shane.
Do I get to hit you with it when I'm finished?
Sure.
Be an honor.
Makes a distinctive sound.
Every time,
certainly does.
Cool.
every time a wrestler comes in, Sam gets this chair signed by you guys. Yeah. Where are you going to sign? Next to who?
Where's Triple H? I'm going to sign over him.
Triple H is right up here.
Okay.
Look at how happy Sam is.
This is great. Shane McMahon on the chair is a huge plus.
Is this?
You can't just go to an autograph signing and get Shane McMahon.
What the hell are you going to do with this chair?
Put it on my wall or something. Thank you very much, Shane.
My pleasure.
I hope as soon as you walk out of the studio today, it starts raining.
I wrap it up in plastic bags.
I'm sure you do. You didn't have to explain that it's not going to get wet. Just go with
Let's
the
go
laughter.
That's like the official. Would you just go to Home Depot? That's what we normally do. We just go to Home Depot, buy chairs in bulk, and sometimes you sit in them, and other times you whack each other in the head with it.
Yeah, I just went to Staples and got a chair and started asking people to sign it.
There it is. Cool.
And look at it now.
Yeah.
So industrious.
Yeah.
I've been getting into they got Madison Square Garden Classic or whatever the hell, MSG Classic, and
Right.
they're running the old matches.
Yeah, the old
man.
school.
That took for fucking ever. But
Really?
but a lot
Well,
of
it's
fun
so
to watch.
simple. Yeah, it's so simple. What brings you back to your youth? I mean, that's one of the things. Traveling around the world, and we've been in business for so long now that it's just great because everybody has, quote, a wrestling story. They remember their grandmother sitting down, or their grandfather, or their dad, or when I was a kid, or so many conversations happen that way. But I love, the old school because it does bring you back to when you were a kid, like Putski and San Martino.
Ivan Putski,
yeah,
the Polish Hammer.
That's it. Chief J Strongbow, Bobo Brazil. You go way superstar Billy Graham. That's the era. I love that.
Those matches, they'd just go on and on.
Well,
too.
one of your old guys there went kind of nuts though.
Which one?
Jesse Ventura. We had him on the show. He's cuckoo.
Yeah,
he's cuckoo. I gotta say it.
He's living in like Baja. He splits his time a little bit. He's telling me he's got a place down in Baja. Everything's like solar energy. He doesn't have to worry about electricity or anything. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, he's starting to believe in all kinds of weird conspiracy things, and we talked to him about that.
It got a little intense.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He thinks.
He told us we have to sleep sometime. Yeah.
He was. I was a Navy SEAL.
Oh,
you're gonna have to sleep sometime because I'm good. And we're like, well, are you threatening? You're gonna kill us? Are you
threatening us?
Is Jesse Ventura gonna slit my throat with a Rambo knife or some shit?
Yeah. And the other thing I want to mention really fast was Morgan Spurlock did a documentary. Where the hell is Obama or Osama?
Wow. What are you, Fox News now?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the one thing that came across during this documentary was that you got a lot of fans in the Middle East.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable. He was walking into homes in Afghanistan and all these really scary, you would never go there places, and they're watching wrestling.
Right.
And they're walking around with the wrestling merchandise and everything.
Yeah, hence World Wrestling Entertainment.
Right.
It's world.
So no, I mean, we have a huge benefit. We're really all over the place. We're in over 150 different countries. The product is seen, just everywhere.
Yeah.
Just knock on wood. And one of the keys to success is it's easy to follow. The rules are not difficult. It's 1, 2, 3. It's always the protagonist versus the antagonist. And then, usually, you're fighting from underneath. So if you hit mute, you don't need to sound anywhere else. If you hit mute, you can normally tell who's fighting from underneath. The classic Shakespearean style. So, yeah, it's a blast, man.
Awesome.
We just broke into China. It's sick.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
it's great.
something.
Have you
It's
been to
great.
China?
Yes, several times.
What do you think of it?
It's the food's interesting. It depends on where you go. It's weird when you're
Wait. Why is the food interesting?
Well, I was going to get there. You're sitting in a meeting, and usually they're lunch meetings. Everybody's smoking. I mean, the room is so full of smoke. It's just it's like brutal. And then everything's on the lazy Susan, so it always comes around. And then half the food is looking at you. You're just
damn.
you see all these boiled birds, with the blue eyes, and you're just like, oh, I'll pass. Give me some type of meat-looking product, but you don't know what that is. So in the very authentic areas, which you need to go to do business, the hotels are great. That's all normal food. But
Right.
Food's brutal.
How are the people? Are they happy over there in general? The
Yeah.
people walking around the streets, not the ones you're meeting with, of course.
Seem to be.
Well, that'll open up China to a whole new thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're loving
boy.
it. Yeah, they're loving it.
I bet. That's cool.
We'll see. After the Olympics are over, we're going to tour there, and we'll let those guys kind of figure out all the loopholes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Let's say hi to who's this from Bronxville?
This is Todd.
Hey, Todd, go ahead.
Hey, Shane, I was just wondering what WWE's problem is with the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Problem? What do you mean? He's a legend.
I mean, Vince apparently has denied production of a Savage DVD, and he hasn't gone in the Hall of Fame. And I've heard rumors that there's some bad blood. I was just wondering, what you knew about that.
Not a whole lot. I guess we're going to take it up with the chairman. But I'll look into it for you.
Yeah, because we want Savage in the Hall of Fame. Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Macho Madness continues.
Certainly does.
Yeah, you got to give us something today so we make all the wrestling sites. You guys are good at helping us get our names out there. You guys always admit something on our show, and then it's like, blam, it's on every wrestling site. Give us a little something.
I don't know. I'm going to think of all that.
Give us some controversy. Sam, what could he help us out with today?
Well, maybe like, how come Freddie Prinze Jr. got hired as a writer?
Well, he's a producer. And it really started, which would be similar to you if you joined. Enormous fan. Freddie Prinze Jr. has been a fan forever. Is thoroughly, engaged in the product, really enjoys it, and has a lot of energy. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll all work out. So he's he's only been there a couple weeks.
Didn't know that.
You should see how much energy I have.
Well, one day you might show it.
And Shane, that's why I was laughing, because he's convinced he should have had, gotten that gig.
Well, I mean, I'm in the media. Freddie Prinze Jr. is in the media.
Right. Whoa.
Right? Well, he hasn't done a movie in a long time.
You're barely in the media.
But I'm kind of.
Kinda. You're kind of in the media.
Yeah. And, we're both big fans. We're both creative people.
Right.
You do a segment called What's the Haps?
It's huge.
It's hugely popular, though, right?
It is. It's very popular. What's the Haps?
Don't you have an AJ Poopy Shits around here, too?
Oh, boy. You might not want to debut that character.
Didn't realize that was going to go on right now. All right.
What, man? You're trying to impress Shane. This is a character, Shane. That's Sam Roberts does.
That's tremendous.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be wonderful.
Unexpected.
He does Look at him sweating.
Oh, wow.
He does Hollywood updates. And his character is AJ Poopy Shits. Listen how good he does his character. Almost like he knows a little bit too much.
What's up, y'all? AJ Poopy Shits back here with the O&A Hollywood update for dudes. Let's take a look at what's going on with all the hot chicks in La La Land. Well, the latest news to come out of Lohanville is that Lindsay and her gal pal DJ, Samantha Ronson, are officially an all-girl couple. At first it makes you be like, damn, I guess that means Lindsay Lohan's not banging any more dudes like me. But then you go, hey, remember what they say, there's plenty of fish in the sea. And by fish, I mean tits. In Amazonian woman news, Big Brooke Hogan is being courted by Playboy to do a naked pictorial. A lot of people think she's too much of a brutish thing to do Playboy, but as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing wrong with a big girl, and I've got 2 words why. Junk in the trunk. I mean, who doesn't like a great set of broad shoulders? And besides all that, even if she is 6'10", if you keep looking up, eventually you'll find a set of tits on any great chick. Apparently, Britney Spears has a new dude in her life. She's been caught by the Popo photogs with some former Israeli soldier named Lee. I just hope he treats her right because that girl has got to get back on track. Britney is well on her way to being the charismatic Tour de Force singing machine that we all know and miss. And I mean for reals. What's better on a hot chick than a sparkling personality? Other than a pair of tits, that is. Pamela Anderson has a new reality show, and it just goes to prove some chicks really do get better with age. After all these years, she totally hasn't missed a step. Seeing her now brings me right back to when I used to wonder what it must have been like to be with Tommy Lee. I mean, anyone dope enough to score chicks like Pam Anderson must be totally bossed to knock back a couple of brews with. Have you seen the tits on her? I mean, come on. And finally, Miley Cyrus has been back in the news as more photos of her have been popping up wearing next to nothing. Now, before we go any further, you should know, no matter how hot a chick is, AJ Poopy Shits don't get down with no kids. Word is bond. But I'll tell you this, give her a couple years and I'll bet she'll have a smoking bond. Hopefully she'll end up with someone who's as hot as she is, like Zac Efron. If there's one guy who likes chicks with tits, like AJ likes chicks with tits, it's Zac Efron. That's it for me, players. Thanks for listening to the O&A Hollywood Update for Dudes with AJ Poopy Shits. And remember, when it comes to Hollywood news, AJ's got your back and front. If you're a chick, that is. Peace out.
That was great.
Wow.
I'm just curious on the name. No, I mean AJ Poopy Shit's kind of what's up with the name?
Well, shits is spelled SCHITZ.
Yeah. Get your mind out of the gutter there.
So it's like lip shits.
Yeah. Right.
Poopy shits.
Poopy
like
shits.
Poopy Shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and AJ is...
And he loves chicks and their tits.
Well, he
Right.
certainly does, because he just mentions it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, very entertaining. Maybe I would recommend you change the name. The character could take off.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at that.
I
whoa.
agree. I was thinking about changing the name just now, too.
Hey,
So-
to what? Sam Roberts?
No, but
again,
think about it. You can use the celebrity of everything that you're doing here, and then you can have actual real life, with Pam Anderson and all the other stuff. It becomes a character, and then guess what? You get to be looking, at their tits and all the other things. You'd be like, look, this is all about boobs,
right?
Then think of the line of women you can have all there because they want to be with you. And this is a good thing. This is a good gimmick.
Shane, Sam is thinking right now.
It.
Sam right now is thinking, if I could speak for Sam, mind your own business.
No, that's not what I was thinking, Shane. Anthony
I
says
think
stuff.
Sam was.
That's kind of what you said before Shane got
Nope.
here.
Opie and Anthony, they're shock jocks, and they say shocking things sometimes, but that's not what I was thinking.
You were saying I could do Shane's job like that.
No, that's not what I was saying either.
I'm going to clam up now and just be quiet.
Please don't. Now it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm hurt.
I wish you wouldn't be.
All right. We got another question for Shane as we try to make all the wrestling websites today. We're being honest. We need something that's going to take off today.
Well, you could be at WWE.com. You could be on there. That's probably the biggest one around.
We want that gossip thing, and then it takes off. Oh, my God, did you hear Shane on Opie and Anthony today?
I guess you could ask questions. So, yeah, let's...
All right, let's see if we can go. Chris in Dallas.
Hey, Shane, I just got a couple questions.
How you doing?
Go ahead.
Number one, do you know what's going on with Randy Orton and his collarbone injury? Because I've heard conflicting reports on when he's due back.
Yes, I do. Actually, Randy right now is in the United Kingdom. His collarbone injury is healing very well. He's doing a promotional tour with Air Force right now.
Okay, and then the second one was, I've heard reports that Bruno Sammartino really hates Vince McMahon. So, anything about that?
That's probably accurate.
Wow,
that's probably accurate. That goes back a long, long, long way. I don't know. I haven't talked to Bruno since I was like 6, so it's been a while.
Well, Bruno was the man when we were growing up watching wrestling. So, what kind of problem does he have with Vince?
I don't know. I think it's.
I'm punching out.
All right, thanks.
I think it's a. I just think he's a little bitter.
I've heard something like he doesn't like the new style of wrestling or something like that.
Right.
He's more of an old school guy where matches took 2.5 fucking hours.
That's it. I mean,
with various holds that would last for 2 minutes at a time.
Yep. But you can't. I mean, you can't take anything away from Bruno from the standpoint he was a legend. He was a champion. What's more impressive, being a champion multiple times, or being a champion for multiple years one time?
Mm-hmm.
And Bruno just held it. Especially here. And he owned the Italian community here in New York specifically, and then I went up to Boston and to Philly. So he was my grandfather's guy. Just as Hogan then became the next guy, and then Stone Cold and Rock, and now Triple H and Taker, and continue to go on. But so there's some rivalry. It goes back also. I think Bruno's a little upset. And this is going from memory, that his son David wasn't able to follow in his footsteps. Things like, I believe it's David. So.
Wow, you don't even remember his name.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Bitter. I guess it really didn't work out for him if you don't remember his name.
Jesus.
I saw David at the New Rochelle High School a couple years ago wrestling. He's pretty good.
At the New Rochelle High School?
Yeah, in the gym.
Yeah, that's just like wrestling at Madison Square Garden. You want to rub it in a little more to the Sammartino?
Oh, that wasn't intended.
Sammartino family. All right.
Questions are good.
Yes.
Let's go.
I know. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
Let's see. Dave in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Good.
Great.
Shane, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Because I've been in the business myself, both sides of the curtain, promoting and wrestling, and I know how hard it is to get guys over with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the revolving door happening with the WW. I have to call it F. I can't call it E.
Okay.
I have to.
E. Get over it.
I know. Are you guys having a hard time getting these newer guys over with the fans? Because it seems the same guys keep coming back to the top, whereas you get these guys in, it's like, okay, like Chris Harris, out the door in 2 weeks. Are you finding it hard to develop these new guys to get over with the fans?
Seems like they got too many guys to work.
Well, we have tons, and we have lots of opportunities. Back in the day, I mean, here's one of the huge differences, and since you're in the business, you can appreciate it. Back in the day, everyone had much more of a skill set. So when you came, and that's when we had all the different territories around. So if you worked New York territory, then you'd work, Texas territory, then you'd do California. And by that, normally you'd always end in New York. By the time you hit New York, you were seasoned, you were ready to go, and you were polished. You knew your character down. It's like an actor first starting off.
Exactly.
As they get better and better and better. Now that the territories are, pretty much dissolved, it's much harder to have that experience. And we are now recreating, and we just opened our center down in Florida, down in Tampa, and that's hopefully what we'll start doing, getting back to more of that local flavor, and all the other hardworking independents out there. If there's a breakout star and they really start to build and again have that it factor of what we were doing here earlier of the charisma and everything else. That's how.
Well, let me ask you.
Sure,
this,
just cut me off. Go ahead. You don't want to hear my answer. Go right ahead.
No, it's your show. Go
Go right ahead.
It's Dave's show. I'm sorry.
I'm apologies.
The spectators in your world. It's all right.
Go ahead.
Because one of the groups that I ran, on the Indies, you can't believe everything you hear. I'm sure you know that somebody said, "Oh, you guys are being looked at." Shane was, considering coming down. He's sending somebody from the offices, and I'm like, that's got to be bullshit.
We always look, so I don't know.
This was a couple years ago. I was with a group called Cyberspace Wrestling.
Okay.
So I guess it was bullshit.
Yeah, because we used a lot of guys from TNA, like Jarrett, Abyss, Michael Shane, a couple of the girls, and when somebody says something, you don't believe everything you hear.
Right.
So that was just my curiosity. Is like, well, was it something that were we a group that you guys heard of or looked into, even though it's been a couple of years ago and nobody cares anymore?
I don't think anybody cares now.
No, I don't think anybody cares now.
The name's not popping in my head, but we're always looking for talent. So all the independent shows and things like that, that's where we look.
All right.
But it's not up to us, just to finish it out. It is truly up to the fan base to make somebody popular. And we'll throw certain things out there, and the fans judge. We just react normally to what the audience does. If they like somebody, if we're trying to push them, much more as a good guy, and they completely, go the opposite way, and that's what originally happened with The Rock. They regurgitated him, because he was so hokey and good guy and goody two shoes, and they puked on him. Then he became, we're just like, all right, let's take that and turn it into an advantage and just spin him. And then he was fantastic, and then he was off to the races.
I missed The Rock. He was just amazing.
Yeah,
just amazing doing his thing. Why don't we give out the trip to SummerSlam?
Pick the winner. Yeah. Well, it was very difficult.
We have like a top three, so at least some people could feel good about themselves today, Shane, or not really?
Oof.
Well, I think number one, the winner, obviously, I think what we'd all agree is Type A.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. Why even?
Type A.
Huge kudos.
Why even screw around?
He's got a trip to SummerSlam, which is going to be on pay-per-view a week from Sunday. Here's Type A, everyone.
Type A, tremendous.
Type A. Great job.
What a great job. That's actually a great point. Not everyone gets to go to the sold-out Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, but you can watch it on pay-per-view. That is a very good point there, Opie.
Yeah.
I remember the days when you did pay-per-views once every 3 months. Now it's once every, 3 days?
Yeah.
3 days.
3.5. We're trying to spread it out.
It's like $50 now.
Oh.
Hey.
Slow down, Type A.
All right, let's get the runner-up guy to take your place.
No, pay-per-views dramatically did go up in the past 10 years. It used to be about $20, now it's $50. Where the thinking behind that was that a lot of people get together and watch the event. And
it's the price of gas.
That's it.
I don't know.
That's true.
Okay. I'm knocking you.
Well, okay.
Well, you sort
sound
of
a little
You sounded like you're bitching about it.
No, I wasn't bitching about it, Shane. Of course not. I have a question, by the way, for Shane.
Well, hold on. Before we get there, let's take. Can there be any more value of getting together with your buddies, watching a WWE pay-per-view, amortizing the cost since you are, Type A in the business aspect, having a few beers, relaxing? What is the price of entertainment in today's world?
Priceless.
Well, there it is. Tremendous.
Absolutely.
All right. What's your question?
Okay. You probably can't talk a lot about like the current talent, but
Why?
most difficult. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. I want to know what's the most difficult wrestler to work with, past or present.
Ooh, now we finally got
difficult. Let's see. Difficult how? You mean?
Just a dick backstage, or was like
Nice.
selfish,
Prima donna.
Yeah.
You mean family members excluded, or? No one's usually No one's usually a dick or difficult that way. Sometimes, you work with someone, prior to them going out, especially from a promo standpoint, or even, from a match standpoint, and you expect one thing and then they don't deliver. And then you repeatedly try to do that, and then you obviously have to make changes, but there's not.
No, like big egos backstage.
Oh, there's enormous egos. I mean, placating those egos and working around it all the time. But that's what makes a talent great. If you don't have an ego, if you're not sure of yourself, you're not going to translate in front of the camera. You're not going to translate in the fan base.
Whose ego has gotten in the way of doing what you want them to do? To do.
I think. Well, you can go back in the day, and like I said, everyone has to have a healthy ego, and sometimes people start believing, that they are that character.
People such as
Look at this. You have a couple in mind, maybe?
I don't know. Well, Bret Hart, of course, is the one everyone, because of the whole, thing in Montreal. But I don't know. I've heard stories about a lot. I heard like Hogan was there was issues with Hogan, and I don't know. I'm sure Sam knows people.
Oh wow!
Pass the heat.
I don't believe all these rumors I read on the internet. I get my facts about WWE from WWE.com, Monday Night Raw, and Friday Night SmackDown.
Cool.
That's what I get my information from.
Even Shane wants to puke at this point. All right, Type A, you got the trip to SummerSlam.
Great, guys. Thanks a lot.
Good job.
And getting back to it, why do you win?
Yeah.
Type A won because, you had very relevant points. You came out, you were prepared, and it was meaningful. You were articulate, and the main thing is you had a big finish. And that is one thing. Anytime you're cutting what we call a promo, you always have to have, what's your big finish? What is the ending message? What that leaves everybody like, wow, that was fantastic.
Before they walk off camera or throw the mic down.
You always have to have
something.
You always have to have the big finish.
The big finish.
So nice job. It was very, 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 very well done.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Looking forward to SummerSlam. It's going to be awesome.
Cool. When's SummerSlam?
When is SummerSlam?
It's August 17th. Who doesn't know that?
A week from this Sunday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And you get to fly with Sam and E-Rock, I believe.
Yeah, how does that work? I mean, that's like, what a scam that's going on.
Exactly.
E-Rock and Sam, like all.
I think it's a scam.
It's definitely a scam.
What do you mean?
Last time we flew them out to a wrestling event, they came home like a week later. I'm like, are you guys ever coming back to work?
Yeah, notice how they didn't win the trip last month to Long Island.
It was the, yeah.
Let's go to the Great American Bash. Well, where is it? Oh, it's a Long Island.
It was WrestleMania, and you had a little problem with the pyrotechnics.
Right.
Everything worked out in the end. So we had eyewitnesses there, and they're like, well, we have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
And it was on every news channel. We're like, that's the reason why you went to WrestleMania, to give us some scoop.
They were too busy eating the steak martinis or whatever the hell it was.
I was reporting on E-Rock's diet.
Yeah.
That was a storyline with the pyro. We just did that to a few people.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was the great white
Yeah, it
moment.
was perfect.
I know. I knew it was a work.
Who could tell at this point?
It's so obvious.
Yeah, would you mind burning your retina as you come in just to get a little extra publicity?
All right, we want to thank Shane McMahon for stopping
Thank you,
by
guys.
today.
This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
We are wrapping up the show.
Got a new prospect for the WWE. Type A. I'm sure we'll be seeing him.
Very cool.
Type A.
Yeah.
I would love to see him get in the ring and just get smashed.
Are you even going to mention who was in second?
There wasn't a second.
Yeah, really.
After Type A, who'd
you have?
Wait, Laszlo was actually judging?
Yeah, I got numbers next to him. Stryker may have to be number 2.
Yeah, you like Stryker?
Yeah.
But we don't have a prize for number 2.
Yeah, that's. Well, why are we sending 2 guys from this show?
Shane, you got
and
anything
one
in your
fan?
pockets you could give
Shouldn't it be
him?
the other way around?
should
2
be.
fans and Sam?
You're right.
Yeah,
Well-
Sam, you're not going anymore. We got to give the trip to Stryker.
Stryker sucked.
Well, Laszlo makes a good point. The guy working really hard like that, and he goes away empty-handed. So do the right thing and give up your trip to Stryker.
I'll tell you what, Stryker, you can have E-Rock's ticket. There you go.
Wow, you are generous.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
It's never
He
good.
doesn't want to get into any legal problems.
Yeah, there's no-
Well, he said I had it.
There's no ticket for Stryker.
It's never good. It's never good to say just kidding after you got no laughs, by the way.
Yeah.
Well,
Just kidding.
Stryker. Stryker couldn't tell traffic from weather. That got me to where I wasn't going to give him any points.
Yeah, to me there was no second.
0
I mean,
points.
Type A did such a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, just head and shoulders.
Luckily, Stryker can watch on pay-per-view a week from Sunday.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
We know.
Just wanted to make that point.
We know.
Actually, I gotta set my TiVo because I'll be there. I like to do both. I like to buy it and go.
Me too.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
wow.
Me
Look at that.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll be buying it and going, and probably buying the replay too, just in case I miss anything.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
That's
like
not
a
a bad idea.
pyrotechnics
Yeah, sure.
disaster.
Maybe we could put you in the Hell in a Cell match. You accidentally get locked in it. Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
fun? That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Watch primetime Sam Roberts get killed.
Just get pounded.
Literally
Did you see his
killed.
wrestling match?
No.
Up there in that high school gym, or where were you again?
I was at the New Rochelle High School.
You never saw his match?
No. You got
Oh,
it?
it's just
wow, just amazing.
Wow.
Technically, I was at.
I don't even know where to begin with this one.
You actually got in there?
Well, me and Pete Gass were guest judges for a boxer versus wrestler match,
Right.
and boy, did we pull a swerve on those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did not see it coming. But that boxer caught one mean low blow
From you or Pete Gass or?
from me, and then a sidewalk slam from Pete Gass. The YouTube is NYSWF.
You know they give the low blow move to the chicks in wrestling, right?
Yeah, that whole
Why are you doing the
underneath.
low blow move?
Well, it's a good move. I mean, it does the trick.
Yeah, why are you coming near me?
Right.
No?
Stay here,
Look
then.
at primetime Sam Roberts up there.
You know, I don't deal well with
For those
aggression.
of you who don't know who I am, I'm
Oh, that's
Primetime Sam Roberts from XM202, a producer of the Opie and Anthony Show, a host of the Stan and Sam Show, and a graduate of New Rochelle High School. And I am honored to have been asked to come this April 5th
Good sound
to
quality.
the New Rochelle High School to the New York State Wrestling Federation
Still came
and
with a
call the
video
Boxer
function.
versus Wrestler match. Larry Sweet and Sour Sweeney versus Larry Barnes. Fans, I'm going to call this just the way you want to see it, because I know entertainment.
Your fro
and I know
doesn't
what
even
you
make it
want.
into
I'm
the
gonna call
picture,
it
dude.
Right down the middle.
Who's this?
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour?
Yeah.
Larry Sweeney, pleased to meet you. How you doing?
Good.
So tell me something. You're gonna be the judge, huh?
Yeah.
The judge this wrestler versus boxer match.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. All right, great. Well, listen, man.
I wonder if for Shane this is like us watching college radio.
I mean, really, long time. I mean, ever since you've been around, I've been I've been following your career, and it's an honor for me to meet you. And there are a couple things that I'd like to talk about in private. Here, I've got a card. Why don't I give you a card and have your people call my people? All right?
I'll do that.
All right, that's great. Huh? Good to meet you.
Thanks.
What's the laugh?
So
That's how you cut a
Wow.
promo,
Where's the match?
Stryker.
Where's the match?
Yeah, where's the match?
you didn't just ask for the match, did you?
Gotta see the match.
Shane, what are you doing to us?
So we can watch this offline. Oh, this is good. Hold on.
See this.
So the match is going on. We got to describe this for the radio audience here.
Well, yeah, that's
Obviously
Larry.
a high school gymnasium.
Yes.
New Rochelle High School.
And Sam decides he has to go into the
Oh,
ring.
Sam's
Sam.
entering the ring. Here it is.
What is he doing?
Low blow from behind.
Oh, Sam.
So he does his move. He attempts to throw him into the ropes. Now watch where he just sticks his chest out, and now Sam really doesn't know what to do as he's in the ring now.
Yeah, Sam is just kind of loitering.
Yeah, he doesn't really know if he should get involved with the action, and he finally gets out of the ring.
That was his big moment.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
his hoodie on.
Cool.
Yeah, what do you think, Shane?
I think it's like a good, strong manager role. You know, you don't have a lot of managers anymore. And that's
Right.
something that I think WWE's been lacking.
Whoa,
Okay.
a little criticism.
But I know how we could remedy that problem.
It's called saving money.
What?
First, we're gonna see if you can take like a chair shot.
I'll do
or a
it.
clothesline, or
All right, let's do it.
Well, actually, if I didn't think you'd sue me, I would blast you with that chair. You have any idea what that feels like? Having a 240-pound man swing a chair as hard as he can at your head.
No, but
But I'd love to
seriously,
see
that would
that.
let you fracture your skull. It could potentially break your neck.
I'm open to new experiences.
Oh,
Like
get
paralysis?
the
know.
lawyers on this, man. Are they working today? I want to see.
I would love to
I want to
see
see
that.
Sam sign his life away so Shane would give him a
Wouldn't
chair
that be
shot.
fun? I would
Let's
love to do that right now.
Oh, would that be hysterical?
Give me another cup of coffee. I'll get all amped up. You hear that chair whistling? Wham!
Crack him right on the head.
Let's do it.
Let's
do
it.
Maybe that'll be the next one. Maybe we can build it as you get in training.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you grow the fraud a little bit more. You get a little extra padding.
Yep.
You know,
Like a wrestling angle.
All right.
Yeah.
You're feeling it.
One more thing, Shane. What happened to the Ultimate Warrior? He seems a little cuckoo. We play his audio clips on our show from time to time.
From where?
Warrior Series.
From the Ultimate Warrior's personal website.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Warrior Series.
I don't know. I haven't talked to the Warrior in many years, so I have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much either.
He wrestled a match in Spain. He's got like short hair and he's much slower than he used to be.
Well, yeah.
I would assume let's say he's probably 46, 47 now. That happens as you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. So how was the match?
Not that great.
Better than the one we just watched?
No.
Of course not.
No. All right, we're going to do line of the day and get the hell out of here. Sponsored by Carbonite.com. Carbonite backs up your computer hard drive so you never have to worry about losing any of your files. Check it out at Carbonite.com. Promo code XM. Here is a runner-up line of the day.
They've come out. You ever see some of those girls? They were really good at like 14 years old, and then they're trying to get it like next Olympics, and they're 18.
Yeah.
And they're just women.
And now they got
with giant breasts.
Now they got to drag their D cups around.
Yeah.
Just getting in the way of everything.
They're just using no hands on the uneven bars, just the bottom of their breasts, holding on.
Nice.
Well, see that in this Olympics.
That was our Olympic break, Shane. We're on top of
tremendous.
everything.
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, we're on top of it all. The next runner-up line of the day.
Yes, I'm going to Ace to look for a replacement.
Ace is the place to get a lead singer.
Yes. We're doing a song called Tough Actin' Tinactin.
Was that Steve?
Yes. Goofing on Steve, always funny.
Of course. And the last runner-up line of the day.
I've been contracted to clean out the dead weight and improve the bottom line.
Were you sent over by Sirius?
Yeah, there's some firings going on these days.
Oh, yeah.
Woo, Nelly.
Yep.
Drew, you going to play us out today after line of the day?
Yes, sir.
Give us a little something?
Yep.
Let's hear it for Drew Boogie today, guys.
Tremendous, Drew.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. With that, here is your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
Yeah, it was a little rough, but wow, did you really come to the table there, Type A? I like the whole Type A thing. You know?
The Men's Warehouse couldn't believe we sold 2 size 50 jackets.
Warrior also thinks.
Warrior also thinks. Yeah, he has a whole rant about Brooke Hogan. I'm not a fan of Brooke. I know. That's like sacrilege to talk about the Hogans, but
Why is it sacrilege?
She's a bit manly. She's a bit beastly with boobs. She's got like a man's chin and stuff.
She kind of looks like her dad, right?
Yeah. And she's like 6 foot tall, and they're
She's a big girl.
They're trying to make believe she's like just as hot as Britney Spears, and
you're not buying it.
Britney Spears on steroids or something.
She is a big girl. She's like built, but you know,
I'm sure she's
coming
nice
from the
and all,
Hulk's
but-
genes, that's what you're gonna get.
But to try to turn her into a sex symbol, I'm not buying into it. I can't buy into that.
I think they get their own issues going on now.
Yeah, that's all.
kidding.
There's a whole bunch of drama going on over there.
No kidding.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah, let it sit. I hear you.
Do you want an applause break, or you want to just slip out of here?
Well, whatever you want to do. I'm easy.
Watch this. Shane McMahon, everyone.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a big applause break. SummerSlam, a week from Sunday on pay-per-view, 8 o'clock. With that, we're going to take about a week off. Drew Boogie, get us out of here. We'll see you guys
Shane,
soon.
thanks so much, man.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Rock.
Hey, this is Jim Brewer, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony. Nice. Walk it off.